Kirby hand cream is just really, really nice.
I'm sorry, what?
Where does the cream? What part do you press to have the cream come out exactly? Like what aspect?
No. Okay, so where we live. Let me give you some context. Where we live, there's this new place called Tesso that opened up. It's basically like a beauty and weirdly enough snack shop, like a Japanese one. And they were selling hand cream, like ladies' hand cream, that was like Kirby and Pokemon themed. And I'm like, you know what? I'm buying this. I don't care.
There is a fly in my
I stand
house
for
and
Kirby like
Goblin
that.
is losing
I'm
her
glad the
mind.
Herbie cream is delicious. Hi everyone, welcome to the Unexpectables.
Oh, I'm tired. I'm trying.
We're here. I slept until 3:30 today.
How could
and
you?
I woke up in a haze, because I neglected my sleep.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
I, for
How's
one,
everybody
had a
doing
fulfilling-
tonight?
I, for one, had a fulfilling day.
I was hopefully a part of that.
Yes, you were.
Yeah, you were there.
Yeah, no, it happened.
I kept your ass alive, except for that time you died.
Yeah, except that it was all desynced, so what the fuck does it matter?
I made myself look like an idiot in a professional environment.
Oh, well, that's not Mark. Okay, we're gonna have words later.
Oh my god.
I'm
Mark
back.
is causing the storms.
I don't know if you guys
storms
I don't know if
themselves.
you guys heard me, but there's currently a housefly in my house and Goblin
Oh.
is losing her fucking mind. Like I literally am seeing her kangaroo jumping to grab it and she's yelling at me like, "Oh!" And I'm like, "That's on you. I got nothing." Like,
Intruder alert.
and Hobbs looking at me like, "You seeing this shit?" Like
Goblin's gonna crane kick that fly across the room. This could be a battle of the century.
she's very upset. So
When there's a small bullet hole like size dent in your wall, you'll know why.
yeah.
Indeed. But we should probably get through our intros so we don't run over too long. Bosco, where can they find you?
What do you want?
Where can they find you?
You can find me at Aeon Protect Gaming on both Twitch and Twitch because I don't like to do my stuff. You can also find me at Mark Allen Jr. on Twitter and check out my Instagram at Chonk4Life to check out my cat Bunny. She is adorable. She takes the best pictures. So definitely do that.
Gotcha.
Also, check me out on my Twitter. I have announced a brand new anime that I, Mark Allen Jr., have voiced in. You should check it out. Also, check out Dr. Stoner on Toonami.
What?
Yep. Shut the fuck up, Gaijin. I didn't ask for commentary. Thank you guys
Wow,
so much.
Bosco, you can just go eat a dick.
But I am asking you where we can find you, Gaijin.
Oh, very well. Fun fact. You can find me at twitch.tv/gaijingoomba, no H, Tuesday, Saturday, Sunday, 7 p.m. Central. I have only 2 things to promote. One of which tomorrow, yes, today's Wednesday. Tomorrow, I've got a brand new Witch Ninja going up on the Gaijin Goomba media channel, talking about the crazy-ass esoteric origins of the ninja job class from Final Fantasy XIV. Hey, so yeah, have you heard of the critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy XIV and that other stuff that became a meme?
Hey, Gaijin.
Hey, yeah?
I'm playing it again.
Yeah! We're Swole Suplex. We're Swole Suplex.
I'm not playing as Full Suplex. I made a new character, and I'm actually reading the story, which has been way better.
Oh
as
no,
I
it's
skip
it
the story.
gets,
So.
Oh yeah, it's way better.
But I'm not gonna tell you where I'm at because I want to play by myself.
No, that's
'cause
good.
I'm a
No,
loner.
don't.
No, that's fine. Like if you want us to come in and have fun, you'll come to us. Anyway,
People help. Go ahead. Sorry.
No. So that's actually that video has been a lot of fun to put together. If you are a fan of 14 at all, please check that out because this shit gets crazy. All right, I'll just put it that way. The other thing is that actual factual Taiko Tuesday, the way that I've envisioned it for over a year, has finally happened. I want to give a special thank you to Probate for making that happen. I was able to finally get my electric Katsuki Taiko, which it's still got some kinks. I'm still working on some sound balancing issues, but I am actually able to play alongside people, alongside music, showing some different stuff off. It's finally done. We debuted it last night. Ton of fun. I was absolutely exhausted after it, which is great. But if you, I've been heavily influenced by 8-Bit Drummer to do something like this. So imagine that only with like Japanese taiko, and that's what I'm working on. So please come by and check that out. Even if you can't make it every single time, I would love to have more people there. So that has been my personal pet project. That, you know, I know it's not super hype, but it's been something I've been working very, very hard on for a very long time. And it's just about where it needs to be. So thank you to the people who did come out. And that's me.
Egg salad. Takahata 101, where they can find you?
And find me twitch.tv/Takahata101, where I got the bar open Thursday and Friday night this week. Friday night is set to be a pretty fun night, and that's really it from me. Nothing too much to report on this week.
Egg salad. Zito, where can they find you?
Twitch.tv/Zito. Doing fucking big brain character design auctions at ungodly hours. And you can also catch me playing random fucking indie games. They're in there somewhere. But that's not the big news. You can find me on Twitter, CZ /, where I keep posting about this fucking dumb project, Aloysius' Guide to Social Acceptance, that was supposed to be out last month, but then got separated into 2 books because I need to make this fiscally worth it. And you'll be happy to know that it is halfway through the editing phase, and it should be out relatively soon, volume 1 at least. And then after that's done, take a little bit of a hiatus to see if it goes anywhere, hopefully. And then I shall feverishly finish volume 2, to be determined whenever the fuck that comes out. But by the end of the day, you should be able to have, like, I don't know, like 75 to 80 player options. So, you know, no big deal. It's a big fucking deal, man!
Yeah! Excellent. Looking forward to it.
Waiting for that one.
Monty, where can they find you?
You can find me at MontyGlue on Twitter, and you can find me at twitch.tv/MontyGlue. Tomorrow I might stream. I have a meeting, so it might take up my day. So there is a high chance that I will not stream tomorrow. But if I am going to stream, we're going to be streaming more Wind Waker. We just got to Dragon Roost Island, and it's really cool revisiting the game. And then on Sunday, a few of you guys actually in this call were at my stream. I'm playing Miitopia, and it's amazing. And my party consists of me, Nemesis, my own Twitch chat, and Cooking Mama. That's my current RPG party. And
What class is Cooking Mama?
Take a hard fucking guess.
I knew it.
Dark Knight?
Sniper.
We don't know the classes, Monty.
I do.
chef.
I'm just giving her shit.
Oh, well,
Cooking
thanks,
Mama is a chef. I'm a wizard. Nemesis is a knight, I think, whatever the equivalent. Chad is a cleric, and Cooking Mama is a chef. So there you go.
Pop star.
But that's basically it for me. It's pretty. There is a high chance of things getting canceled. There's a lot of stuff going up in my schedule at the moment, so just keep posted. Check out my Twitter and my Discord as well. So. Oh, and the Dark Lord, the main villain of the entire game, is Bosco, which is great. I don't even know if I think I told Bosco that.
Wow.
I had to make a Bosco me, so that was fun.
There you go.
Where's the code? I need this.
I can send it to you. I made one of Connor too.
Yeah.
Connor's the sage, so that's great.
Yeah,
Anyway.
I'm a wise sage.
Yeah.
And you can find me on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube.com/DistortionDevil, where I
Connor,
stream.
just a heads up, your microphone is crackling a bit.
Son of 8,000 bitches. Yeah.
And there is a fan in the background. I can hear it.
Yeah.
I wonder where I can find Distortion Devil. Maybe
You can find me
over
on
his
Twitter, Twitch, and youtube.com/distortiondevil, where I stream Tuesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. We played some more Age of Sigmar Path to Glory yesterday. It was a lot of fun. Rabbit got his first ever tabletop war game win ever, and he was very excited about that. Yeah. And then we played some Digimon TCG after that to celebrate, and that was a lot of fun too. My yellow deck is completely OP, and I'm very sorry. Friday is Friday Funhouse, where we basically just play whatever with whoever. That's usually a lot of fun. Saturday is Yakuza, where I'm on Yakuza 4. Just finished Akiyama's story. Really good game. I can't wait to play it more. And Sunday, I'm playing through Resident Evil 8. We beat Moreau, and things got goopy. Yeah, that's happening on my channel. Be sure to check out Dead House Sonata, an action RPG where you can play as the dead to fight the living. Coming out sometime in 2022, as I've been informed. Should be a link to pick yourself up a Founders Pack, get early access to the First Age. Also, be sure to check out my DM's Guild, where I release 5th edition subclasses for Dungeons and Dragons. Most recently is the Augmentation Artificer, where you can turn yourself into Adam Jensen / Mega Man. And it's a whole lot of fun. Also, be sure to check out the Circle of the Sentinel Druid coming out next month. That's it for me. All we have left to do is plug our wonderful sponsor for this evening's escapades, Die Hard Dice.
Die Hard Dice.
Oh, that was kind of a flaccid one.
Wow.
I think she's learned her lesson. There you go.
There you go. There you go. That's what you get.
She learned her lesson this time.
Look, I just want to. Stepping on a D4 is not a fun experience.
Right. They're like caltrops, basically.
Yeah.
Die Hard Dice has been with us for a good amount of time, and they've been absolutely wonderful to us. And they have a extensive library of both polymer and metal dice in many different sizes, shapes, styles, and colors you can pick up right now. They also have accessories like carrying cases, dice towers, dice trays, rolling scrolls where you can roll it on the scroll, and then it makes it easier to roll it without rolling on the table.
And you can store miniatures in it too and stuff like that.
Yeah. And also keep your dice and your rolling surfaces safe and spick and span for years to come. But today is the last day you can pick yourself up some gay dice. That's right, gay dice. If you want some gay dice, go to dieharddice.com. Look under their Pride section. I believe they are still 30% off. You can get a whole set of them for $8. That is an absolutely amazing steal. Get yourself some gay dice, but if that's not quite your speed, then you can get your order off. If you use the code Greckles at dieharddice.com, you can get 10% off your order.
Score.
And because this is the last day of the month, and because the people who are watching on YouTube will not be able to use this code any longer after the VOD gets uploaded, then I am happy to announce that for the next 3 months, I believe, the code for the next 3 months is simply the Unexpectables. So for July, August, and September, go to dieharddice.com and you can get 10% off your order if you use the code The Unexpectables.
Thank you.
And with that out of the way, we've got some bits and subs to read off.
Unfortunately, you have 8 minutes, so you might just have to read off names. I'm very, very sorry. We're running behind just due to the weather.
Perfectly fine. Sonage J, thank you for gifting a tier 1 sub to that one. Joseph, and also for subbing for 15 months. The Foxley Foe, thank you for gifting 5 subs to the community. Dr. Dank Mings PhD, thank you for the 7 months. Death Destroy 119, thank you for the 5 months. Aeon Protect Gaming, thank you for gifting 10 subs to the community. A Cat Named Garbage, thank you for the 5,000 bits. Pixel Girl, thank you for the 10 bits. The Goblin Review, thank you for the 15 months. And Anonymous Cheerer, thank you for gifting 5 bits. Draco25812, thank you for the 15 bits. Androro the Insane, thank you for the 14 months. Meek the Bassist, thank you for the 15 months. Stretchy412, thank you for the 13 months of Prime subbage. Dippin' Bipples, thank you for the gifting a sub. Claymore Roomba, thank you for the 3 months. Weejit, thank you for the 200 bits. Umbertastic, thank you for the 10 months. The 7, thank you for the 3 months. 20 BMG, thank you for the 1,300 bits. Lord Gam, thank you for the 500 bits. 95 Derpy Wolves, thank you for the 69 bits. Solar Fire 7, thank you for the 7 bits. A Broken Tabaxi, thank you for the 500 bits. Tonster 117, thank you for the 12 months. Meek the Bassist, thank you for the 245 bits. Iron Einherjar, thank you for the 10 months. 95 Derpy Wolves, thank you for gifting 2 subs to the community. F Gear, thank you for the 100 bits. Master Ryu 2005, thank you for the 7 months of Prime subbage. Iron Einherjar, thank you for the 100 bits. About 7 Halflings, thank you for the 50 bits. Robert's Nephew, thank you for the 200 bits. I like Big Bird and I cannot lie, thank you for the 17 bits. Duo Black Rose, thank you for the 1,000 bits. Athens 619, thank you for the 45 bits. Foxleaf07, thank you for the 125 bits. The Real Noob 137, thank you for the tier 1 sub. Keyblade Forager 96, thank you for gifting a sub. L Robot, thank you for the 7 months. Berg Flax, thank you for the 2 months of Prime subbage. Infinity Judge, thank you for the 15 months. Erwin Elf, thank you for the 11 months. Just lost my page. Uh-oh. Hang on. Nope, it's coming.
Ducks.
Yes, thank you for the 11 months. The Foxley Foe, thank you for the 122 bits. Mr. Fuck 'em Up 2001, thank you for the 13 months of Prime subbage. Zenlita, thank you for the 500 bits. Loriagon, thank you for the 245 bits. Tuber Sprouts, thank you for the 12 months. Crazy Tail 30, thank you for the 1,500 bits. Quinn 121, thank you for the 44 bits. Spencer Taylor 182, thank you for the 12 months, the 14 months, sorry. Dr. Null Chemist, thank you for the 14 months. Emo Crab, thank you for the 5 months. Me Man, thank you for the 5 months of Prime subbage. Demon Chicken of Doom, thank you for the 100 bits. Dougler93, thank you for the 6 months. Dark Revan 226, thank you for the 7 months. Lord Phantasma, thank you for the 14 months. Erwin Elf, thank you for the 2 subs gifted to the community. Roan 1 Flew, thank you for the 14 months. Criven 1, thank you for the 13 or 14 months. The Real Noob 137, thank you for the 500 bits. Bull Honkinator, thank you for the 1,000 bits. Akazar, thank you for the 11 months. Rikaku the Psychro, thank you for the 14 months. The Goblet of Unmaking, thank you for the 15 months. Dr. Onats, thank you for the 3 months of Prime subbage. Timitor, thank you for the 14 months of Prime subbage. Emo Crab, thank you for the 5,000 months. Or 5,000 bits, sorry.
Wow, that's a lot of months.
I wonder how long that would be. 5,000 months.
Google.
Gauss21, thank you for the 100 bits. Gur19 Kilo, thank you for the 500 bits. Super Choco Devil, thank you for the 7 months. Mad Tom K, thank you for the 125 bits. X Wiley Willy, thank you for the 100 bits. Kuro Okami, thank you for the 9 months in a row. Probs Not a Bot, thank you for the 13 months. Blackfoot Ferret, thank you for the 420 bits. Magic Ninja Go, thank you for the 100 bits. To the Max times 1,000, thank you for the 20 bits. Bud the Spud, thank you for the resub for 15 months. Demon Shark 666, thank you for this 15 months. Ace Venomed, thank you for the Prime sub. Mr. Crispy, thank you for the 11 months. Commander Solus, thank you for the 15 months. Mud Martin, thank you for the 15 months. War Drone, thank you for the 15 months. Setsuma Fortuna, thank you for the 11 months. Prototype X0, thank you for the 15 months. Rax the Builder, thank you for the 26 bits. Oz195, thank you for the 10 subs gifted to the community. Incriminator, thank you for the 8 months of Prime subbage. Shaggy952, thank you for the 11 months of Prime subbage. Captain Awesome, thank you for the 1,200 bits. Rax the Builder, thank you for the 24. Not you. Thank you for the 24 bits. Apollyon602, thank you for the 10,000 bits.
Whew.
The friendly.
Bits, goddamn.
Yeah. The Friendly Grim, thank you for the 4 months. Vardix, thank you for the 500 bits. And Gur19 Kilo, thank you for the 10 bits.
All right, we good to go?
That's it.
Yeah.
All right, close up Twitch, close up chat. Let's get into it.
Bye, everybody.
When last we left our heroes. Oh, actually, before we start that. When last we left our heroes, Borky the Orc Barbarian, Task the Kobold Ranger, Greckles the Kenku Rogue, Panic the Tiefling Bard, and Remy the Kenku Fighter, rejoice! The party has been invited by the most notorious bard, Victor Quibbles, aka Rat, to attend the most luxurious performance of the Moon Kite Circus. With tickets provided to the party, +1, the party has purchased some extra tickets and have chosen some friends to attend the performance. Now, as the party makes way to the massive tent being set up in search for their acquaintance Rat, we return to the Unexpectables. So,
Most notorious Bard my ass.
okay, listen. So this is actually being set up in the tent district, it's the outer tent city, just because of the open space. And as you guys approach with your company in tow, you see all manner of individuals helping prop up tents and set up food booths, as well as providing information and pamphlets to passersby. Panic. Scarlet is currently at your heel, looking around in wonderment at the various different sights and scenes currently.
Yeah. I'll buy some snacks for us or something.
Yeah, you get like some peanuts. It's a little early in the day. The performance won't be starting for a while. But as you guys kind of look around, Greckles, you have Robin to the left of you at the moment, and she's just kind of looking around, and she goes,
well, this is really nice, Greckles. I don't quite understand why you felt the need to invite me, but I appreciate it.
Well, I mean, you're always running around the city. I know how busy you are, and I know how important it is to take a break.
Oh, thanks. I mean, Burke is he's a good boss, you know. I know the two of you aren't always the most amicable, and I'm sure you've said some unsavory things, and Burke certainly has said some unsavory things, to which he is regrettably or positively aware is probably the wrong thing. I'm talking too much. What I mean to say is that Burke is a pretty nice boss. So if you're thinking that he's being cruel to me, I hope that that's not how it seems.
No. I don't think that at all. Cock's eyebrow in his brain. What kind of unsavory things he's talking about then?
That hole she just dug has went from 6 to like 55.
Real quick. Well, Robin, I'm glad you're enjoying yourself, and if there's anything you want, just let me know.
Okay.
she just kind of follows on. She's very short and she's very, very cute. She's wearing like a little polka dot sundress as well, which is doctor uniform. It's very sweet. Task, you have Zotira following next to you, and she looks very confused. She's like, I do not understand this. Circus?
Yes, it's a festivity. It's a festivities of sort. I would be frank. I feel that I have left Tarisk in your care for far too long, that I feel like it should be well deserved that you receive a break or some sort of compensation.
She kind of twiddles her fingers and she goes, I would be lying if I said I was not a bit worried about leaving him in the care of Helga and Scarbles, but Helga should be good.
Yes, Helga will suffice for 2, whereas Scarbles is an endless void.
-1.
Yeah, that's fair. I like that assumption. So, yes, by all means, this is my thank you gift to you for taking care of Tarisk in my stead.
Well, I appreciate it, but do not forget, it was also the instructions of my father as well.
Take the compliment and enjoy the time.
Okay. She gets really quiet and follows you. Remy, you are currently walking with a very quiet and very angry looking Arlo.
Oh, great. So par for the course.
Yep.
Awesome. Inside check him, I guess.
Sure.
This is gonna go great. 11.
11? Oh, God. I rolled outside of my Die Hard dice tray. Can't you hear the difference?
I sure can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He seems lost in thought. Like, he's not, like, at first you think he's just being really angry, but, like, when you offered the ticket to him, he took it. He just seems really quiet, and there's a lot on his mind. You get the sense.
Does he seem like the type that would even remotely respond to being asked about it?
With that insight check, maybe. You don't know dragons all that well. It's kind of a completely different, species, so it's hard to say.
That would be an accurate statement. So, looking forward to the events?
Sure. He kind of looks over at the tent and goes, I don't understand this entertainment. I think it's paltry and simple.
It is, but it's a welcome distraction if you have a lot on your mind.
He kind of looks away from you and seems kind of quiet.
Look, I'm not going to pursue the topic if you don't want to speak of it, especially considering our last interaction. But if you need an ear, I'm here, and I do hope you have a good time, you and your sister.
He kind of looks over and you see Zotira going, what is cotton? Why are they selling clouds at the cotton candy stall? She's like confused.
I don't know. That's a good question.
He kind of turns back to you, Remy. He goes, just roll just a general charisma check.
Great. 9.
It'll be a lower roll because it's not a skill
Still
check.
a 9. So it's definitely a lower roll.
He kind of looks at you and he just goes, I just feel nothing, never mind. And he just starts kind of stomping away.
Remy will again catch up to him. Listen, it's just us here. I'm not going to tell anyone.
Roll a persuasion check.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Come on,
Remy,
dude.
I need you. One of these has to be good. 19!
There you go.
What? That's pretty damn good.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of snarls and turns around and looks towards you. Remy goes, is a dragon attack? I was unable to do anything. And yet you, and he kind of looks towards you and the rest of the party, you were able to stop the whole thing. So I feel a failure. You happy?
Go ahead.
I figured you would be gloating at this point.
What is there for me to gloat about?
Your victory over your enemy.
We're a team, Arlo. We succeed and fail as a team. No individual is going to stand out any more than the other when it's all said and done. Sure, there might be times where you're more effective, where we're more effective. Take it from me, I've seen a lot of fights, including with you. Doesn't always go the way you want. What's key is we won.
I just simply wish there was more contributions I could make that were a bit more glorious. So is the pride of dragons, I suppose.
Trust me,
Right.
there will be many more conflicts in the future, and I can assure you, you will play a vital role in assuring that this city still stands. And they will speak of the legend of Arlo the Silver Dragon for many, many generations.
And hopefully a horde worth such an honor. He kind of gives you a smile a little bit.
Remy will kind of give him a knowing nod. You have to start building it somewhere. No better place than here.
Do you think I haven't?
No, I think you have. In fact, I don't know if it's inappropriate, but I'd love to see it sometime, if that's a
What?
thing.
No, he just looks offended. He's just like, ugh.
Right. This is why I asked.
Just, ugh. Mortals are fucking crazy. He just keeps walking.
Man, I heard a giant say that once.
All right, everybody, roll perception checks for me.
Oh boy.
Hot damn.
23.
Nice.
15.
Serving it up.
15.
A 9.
All right.
Cotton candy's
Oh.
fucking crazy, man.
10.
All right. So, Task, you're getting cotton candy with Zotira. And you're eating it, and it's way too sweet. Borky. Because unfortunately, I should have made a Remy roll. I'm sorry. You wouldn't have known or recognized this. Borky, you see, Borky and Greckles, you actually both see this. You both see a familiar sight in the form of Clay, the Goliath you guys met in Tricadia, who is a soldier there and who you know has a relationship with Rat in some manner.
Above game, Bosker rolled a 23, and I remember this.
I know.
It's
I
fine.
know who that is and his sexual history.
What?
Damn, Remy. Borky's gonna Borky. I'm trying to remember how much did Borky interact with him back in Turkey?
Not very much. None of you
we
guys
didn't-
really did.
Yeah, we didn't do that much.
But you know him. You know what he
yeah.
looks like, and you can see him currently like
Borky-
moving some giant metal, like kind of pipe looking things over and handing them off and tying some ropes. to
Borky
them.
elbows Greckles. Hey, Greckles. Is he
Oh,
that?
yeah.
Is he that? Is he that?
That's
That's a Goliath. That's a Goliath.
Come on,
I know that
no,
guy.
Borky, come on. Brain blast
Hold
it,
up.
big guy. Brain blast it.
He's the Goliath. Like there's more than one. It's not one that married the Willow.
You're almost there. Come on.
The one that holds hands with Rat.
There you go. Come on, let's go see where Rat is actually.
I figured he would be here to give us like a what about your day? What about Robin?
Well, it's still early in the day, Borky. I'm pretty sure he's got a lot to get done.
All right.
Come on, let's
I
go
don't
figure out
want to
where he's at.
suggest it.
All right, you
All
guys
right,
approach
let's go find
Clay.
him.
Also, sorry, Robin. This is kind of important.
Oh, I'll just follow you. It's fine. Pretend I'm not even here.
Oh, makes me sad. Okay. Wait, Clay.
He kind of turns over, hearing his name, very quickly turns over and sees you and gives a wave.
Hey, do you know where Victor is?
And he points towards the tent. He goes, inside.
Is he busy?
Probably talking to the ringmaster, but I'll show you. And he kind of looks over, and you see an elf currently like tying up rope, and he goes, I'll be back in a minute. And they nod, and he kind of gestures for you all to follow him.
Are we gathering everyone up, or?
Yes.
Okay. I
Or he
wasn't
just
sure how
whistles.
far away stuff.
Zotira and Task like biting at the fucking cotton candy, like you know, like when dogs eat like fucking like peanut butter or something, and they're like,
Getting snagged in the teeth. It's awful. It's like taffy.
For flavor, Borky yells out, "Hey guys, Rat's over here!" And Borky's just pointing.
Subtle
right.
as always.
You guys gather up and head inside of the tent where you see they're currently setting up the seats. The inner circle of the circus seems to be trekked ground that seems to have been flattened out with a sort of stone outer perimeter, which seems to be being made by the form of stone shape with a bunch of wizards you see currently casting the spell. And as you guys enter inside, Rat, if you would like to reintroduce yourself.
Hello.
Hello.
You reintroduce in what way?
Whole thing.
Well, re-describe yourself.
All right. So you see a half elf dressed in very fancy and flowy clothes, from some very tight pants and thigh-high boots to a sort of button-up like frilly shirt, complete with a corset and a Red Riding Hood style mantle, and tied with a nice bright white large bow in the center that kind of covers his neck area, and a massive, hugely feathered hat atop his head. And he is most likely just like pointing, oh, and this can go here, and this can. And he turns around to see everyone, and his eyes go bright and wide. My friends! And he runs and jumps into them.
Oh,
Grimtongue.
there
Yeah,
he
catch him.
is.
Oh, it has been ages since I last saw you. Oh, how has it been? Oh, thank you so. He's just patting everybody, just like kissing them on the cheeks and stuff.
Oh.
Oh. We've been good,
Oh, I'm
Rad.
so glad you could make it to the show.
You caught us at a pretty perfect time. We just got back from another big escapade.
Yeah.
Oh, I want you to tell me all about it. And you brought friends.
Oh, yes, I.
Hello. You see, like, this woman eating cotton candy, very draconic in nature. You see, kind of peeking out from behind Greckles, a little Robin Kenku wearing a cute little dress. She goes, "Oh, hi!" And you see, you see a little Tiefling girl, kind of staring at you, eating like a bag of peanuts. And she kind of looks up and goes, "Panic, who's that?"
That's Rat. He's a bard from Tricadia, like me.
She narrows
Take
her
off-
eyes at Rat as like a
I take
potential
off my hat.
rival.
I take off my hat and do a cordial bow.
And the last person you see kind of standing, you see two individuals you haven't seen. You see a Falcon Kenku as well, and flanked with him is another kind of draconic looking young man with long hair who looks just kind of scoffs and looks away.
We're Team Brood. We're just gonna be over here being Team Brood.
Oh, it's nice to meet you all. My name is Victor, but some call me Rat because my title is way too long, apparently. And he just like looks over behind him, sassy eyes.
You see Tavasan, the ringmaster, just kind of give you this look, like lean forward dad look, like I'm not wrong, as he just kind of looks at you.
But here, come. Sorry, go on.
Oh, I was gonna say Tavasan kind of adjusts himself. He's currently in his outfit, the very nice like tailed coat, tuxedo with the very tall hat that you do see him in. He's a moon elf specifically, with short hair, kind of also pulled back. And he has a very sort of, a lot of makeup on with distinction around the eyes and the mouth. And he's got like 3 earrings in each ear that run up the length of the long elven ears that he has. And he seems to have been conversing with Rat before you guys had entered, and gives you all a very hospitable look, albeit a bit annoyed towards Rat.
Yeah, I introduce him and the party back to each other, and I just say to him, Tarasen, would it be all right if I show them around? I'm not going to spoil the show, obviously, but I just want to show them the inner workings. I think it's brilliant what we do.
Yeah.
We are very independent people.
Certainly.
Don't worry, I won't show them the thing.
Well, I would not show them the thing because the thing is not going to be shown, and I'd rather no one go near them for now.
Oh. Just like kind of pokes at his chin. Oh, all right. Well then.
The joust has been cancelled, and the joustees should be avoided.
Can I
see.
incite that?
Sure, absolutely.
Oh, crap, I didn't launch the game. Whoops, let me join the game.
Yeah, join that game.
There we go.
It's 15.
15.
Not in any malicious sort of way.
25.
Wow.
Wow, you guys all rolled really well.
Go banana.
7.
Except for Borky.
Yeah, that seems about right.
And then there's Borky. That's right. Wrong angle.
Oh man. You all, except for Borky, insight that the ringmaster is genuinely warning Rat of a dangerous thing. Nothing out of the ordinary, but more like, don't do this. It's kind of like, don't
Okay.
touch that deer fence in a way. Something kind of
Gotcha.
like that. Nothing seems to be extremely dire. He's just, Rat has a penance for being where he shouldn't sometimes, and it's an ample warning.
Right, you don't have anything dangerous around here, do you?
Oh, absolutely horrifying. Let me show you. Come. And as we
Oh.
walk and
Oh,
talk,
actually, I thought that would be near the end.
oh, don't worry. It's going to make you completely just run out of the building in excitement.
And
actually-
Rat,
yes.
before you run off, the abridged version,
Oh, I like jokes.
Fine.
20 minutes.
Yes, Travasin.
Good. And you watch as he puts on his hat and adjusts it, and he walks over and he goes, can we make sure that the 5... And you kind of see him converse as you guys begin to depart into the back area.
Yep.
Wow.
And on the way, as we pass Clay, I just just lift myself up and like give him a kiss. Just. Mwah.
He
And
kind
then
of
walk
nods.
along.
He kind of nods towards the rest of you and goes, see you at the show. And he walks away and goes back to where he was before.
Well, he seems like a pleasant fellow.
Oh yes, he's so wonderful. And you see Rat just kind of like dreamy-eyed. He's lifting his chin with his palm.
Oh,
Anyway.
I didn't mean him. Although it is wonderful to see that you two are still madly in love. As Greckles kind of just anime sweat drops a little bit at that. No, I was referring to your business partner back there, actually.
Ah, yes, Travasin. Yes, he's been running this thing a long time. He knows what he's doing, and he makes sure to keep me in line. Despite I've got an artistic vision, but sometimes he has to rein me in. But luckily, he's able to keep this whole operation running. Without him, I don't know what we do.
You came a far way from Dracadia to come over here. How was the tour?
Oh, you know, ups and downs here and there. We've had to drop a few members, gain a few new ones, got some surprises here and there. Luckily, no conflicts. Or unluckily, I feel like the conflict is really what inspires, you know? Especially after our run-in with all those werewolves really gave me a good song that made it into the performance. I can't wait to show you.
Oh, that's
We can tell you about conflict.
Sounds inspiring.
like you're.
Oh, you're
I
from
remember
Dracadia?
being Task.
From, air quotes.
Oh, okay. That's where Burke is from.
I slowly look over at Robin.
Yeah, I think we can all do a little turnaround.
Okay, I'll just be behind here and not speak anymore.
No, Robin, it's fine. It's just enjoy yourself. Don't worry about Rourke.
Okay.
Yes, enjoy yourself. This whole thing is great. We're going to have snacks. We're going to have a wonderful performance. You're going to love it. If you've never been to the circus before, this is going to be a great opportunity.
I like the edible clouds. And you watch as Otir holds up the empty thing of cotton candy.
Oh, I love the edible clouds too. But anyway, and I just lean in to the unexpected crew that I am familiar with, just like eyeing the two brooding members. Are they all right? Should I approach or no?
You're allowed to.
The Falcon Kenku, he's
I'm a-
very, very approachable.
Poor Arlo.
I-
Damn it. The I bus. mean, he's
he
made his
is.
position known.
I'm sorry. Is this
Damn it.
is this a little too blunt for Greckles?
It's a bit real, but it's okay. It's okay.
No, it was.
Let's not
it was
get
good, guys.
crazy.
It was comedic, and I love it.
Well, then, if there's nothing stopping me from making new friends, and I just kind of trot on over.
Greckles
I
is gonna
plan-
lean. Greckles is gonna lean over to everyone else. How long do you think it's gonna take before he pisses off Arlo?
It like bites the bottom of his lip. I put 50 gold on 5 seconds.
As he's
He may
approaching,
have
'cause
already.
we would be doing stuff in the background. Remy, as part of a conversation. So, Arlo, have you ever seen how quickly you can fly around the perimeter of the city?
Yes.
I'm curious if
Great
you would be
talk.
up for-
Great talk.
You know what? Shut up. If you'd like to see, I've always wondered which one of us would have the faster time flying the perimeter.
It would be me.
All right. Well, that might be true. All right.
Listen, there's nothing to do in this boring ass city.
And I just put an arm around both of them. Well, it's lucky we came along, isn't it?
He's touching me.
Arlo, it's a human thing. Just let him do it.
Oh, I see. Personal space. And I just kind of slowly lift an arm off of Arlo.
Yeah, you do. He's younger. He looks like maybe he's like 16, 17, maybe 18. Like he's young. He looks teenage, like yeared.
You will notice the Falcon Kenku kind of stand up straighter, brush himself off, and tidy himself up just a tad. Quick dash of prestidigitation. I'm sorry, I don't believe I've made your acquaintance. Greetings and salutations. Remus Corbeau of House Corbeau.
Remus, very nice to meet you. Are you royalty?
Yes. I am, actually. Thank you for noticing.
Very nice to meet you, Remus. And he extends a hand.
Remy will shake it.
It is very soft and moisturized.
Remy's is not. Remy feels like he has definitely held a sword, and that's about it.
Feels like you're reaching into a bag of Raisin Bran.
It's that fucking scene from Ren and Stimpy. These are the hands of a working man.
Yeah, these are the hands of a working man. He's a working man, working hard for it. Never mind. Anyway, pulling the hand back, I heard them call you Rat. Is that a nickname? I don't mean to be rude, but
oh yes,
it's something else I should call you.
Oh, if you wish, it is a layover from when I was back in Tracadia. I had a bit of a reputation. He kind of scratches the back of his head in embarrassment. But,
oh, Tracadia, I hear it's wonderful this time of year.
There are other places that exist.
There are other places that exist. Indeed. An intelligent man and a performer. Clearly a fan of all of the arts.
Oh, Rat just puts a hand to his chest. I feel so recognized.
Well, there's an old saying in the Eastern Isles. The warriors there wanted to be well-rounded. Greckles explained it to me, but they were both master swordsmen and master craftsmen. Artists, as you say.
Ah, then I'm on my way then. Well,
right,
it's
so
very
right
nice to meet you, Remus, and young man.
Arlo.
This is Arlo.
Arlo. Very nice to meet you, Arlo.
He is one of the defenders of Alivast, and one of the fiercest dragons you will ever meet.
Ah, draconic.
Yes.
Mighty. Yes.
He's the quiet type, but when he speaks, all listen.
Roll a charisma check, Remy.
Look, you have me. Can I roll a strength check instead?
No.
Okay.
Roll a charisma check.
Like literally anything else. 9.
Well, he rolled a natural 1. You see Arlo kind of like, as you say that, kind of be like, yeah, okay, yeah, all right. He kind of eases up a bit.
Well then, it's very nice to meet you both. And I continue to lead them along the tour.
Right. Where do you want to take him first?
First,
Yeah, you know the different acts.
I do know. I want them to meet Mr. Might first.
Mr. Might. Okay, absolutely. As you guys kind of walk through, the outside is a bunch of various different caravans, like different sort of caravans and carts and things like that. You currently see loading out giant like weights and like giant rocks, a massive minotaur, like an absolute monster of a minotaur, currently lifting up stuff and kind of putting, goes, move that one over there. Hey, it is Rat and an entourage. Your adoring fan club you mentioned, eh?
Yes, these are my friends. Hello, say hello, Tiny. Everyone, meet Mr. Might.
He flexes and you just see the bulging muscles. This minotaur is ripped. He stands out probably with the horns like 8'3". And
Look
he
at
is
Borky politely golf clap.
Bravo.
yeah.
Actually,
and he is shredded. He's wearing a like kind of a gladiator skirt and like has sort of these like leather wrappings around to where his hooves go. And he's got like these sort of like cuff manacles on his wrist just to kind of accentuate and complete the costume. Very glittering and very pretty. And he kind of walks over. With each step, you feel the ground kind of shake, and you just hear Robin behind you go, "Oh my!" And she kind of hides behind you. And Scarlet, like you know the meme where it's like the guy, I think it's Tyler One looking up at the tall lady. That's Scarlet right now. She's just like looking up at him.
Staring up.
Red lady.
Oh,
While he's flexing, Rad is like mirroring like a smaller version of his like flex routine.
Now you'll
Excellent.
get there, little
Engineer.
one. Welcome to the Moonkite Circus. I hope you enjoy my act, as well as the act of my fellow circus carnies, as we like to be called. So,
How much food do you
I
eat
could be
each day?
bold.
I need to know that
Ah.
right now.
I eat about 12 chicken breasts in the morning with broccoli, and then at lunchtime, I drink
Yes.
tons of water, and then 3 more chicken breasts, 2 heads of broccoli, and at night, entire roast goose,
Good, good, good.
iron-rich vegetables.
You are a physical specimen. Might I lock hands and shake hands with you?
Absolutely. And he brings over. Go ahead, and both of you guys, just for fun, just roll a strength check.
While they shake, I just lean to Borky. I just lean to Borky and whisper, "I really think it's the broccoli that does it."
It's okay. My veggie's 13.
Oh no.
It's like when the 2 hands hit, it's like whack, like it's like a huge noise, and like there's just like this gripping feeling. Borky, you feel your fingers squeeze a little too hard. But both of you just have like that sort of bro moment, but clearly one arm is much larger than the other in this meeting.
I respect I respect the towering pile of beef. Literally. Respect.
Are you going to introduce them to Hofiba? He'd love to meet your friends. Of course, you want to make sure that he's wearing his costume. Would not want to ruin the surprise.
Ooh, do you think he's prepared right now?
Oh, absolutely. He swung by a little while ago asking for some iron filings for something. Who knows? But he's always loving to entertain all sorts of company and guests, and would sure be loved to meeting some people.
Ah, yes, I think so. And I look at the little dragon and just smile and start to lead the way to Hofiba.
Also, remember, avoid the jousters. You know the situation. Do not need to repeat myself, no doubt. Tevasen has talked your ear off, Rat. Long ears you have, you should want to keep them.
Yes, I'll be sure. You see concern cross his face.
I kind of like tug on Zotira's like cloth, and I kind of like I nudge her to like move down so she could hear me say something to her ear.
Yes, Master Task.
I feel so small right now.
I do too. Is this normally what it's like?
It hurts, and yes, almost 80% of the time. Don't say that to anyone.
As she walks past Tiny, she looks, goes, I think he had the 16-pack.
Yeah, he is shredded.
Panic's in the middle of the conversation right in between us.
You watch as Scarlet's like eating tons of peach. She goes, that guy was buff.
Yeah. think you could take him?
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah.
We've got a fighter.
As long as there's something below the belt, you can always win.
Oh.
Greckles does a hard look over. Clever girl.
I guess if you're fighting to win.
You always
Rat-
fight to win, Rat. You always fight to win.
Rat pulls out a
Yeah.
tiny notebook, scribbles down below the belt.
Oh no.
Yes.
And I'll lead us to Hofiba's tent.
Yeah, they have a carriage that they hang out in.
Okay.
As you guys make your way, you begin to hear some snarling and like hooting, which is kind of weird, like and you see rounding around one of the alleys that has been made up with these caravans an owlbear. stalk around the corner.
Oh fuck.
Immediately step very far back.
Yeah, just like I just grab Zotira by the
Oh,
wrist
no,
and
no.
I pull back.
I just kind of put my hands in like a whoa there position to my allies. Oh, it's all right. It's all right. They're tame. They're tame.
You watch as
And,
another one rounds the corner, and you see it
Watch
cock its head
this.
curiously.
Monty.
Watch this.
Uh-oh.
And I get down on all fours in like a crouching position and try to cock my head the same way.
Okay, roll an animal handling check.
Oh boy, here we go. Do. Hiya, 10.
Okay. The owlbears don't look that impressed, and they look at each other kind of confused, and they kind of like cock their head and kind of begin to move a bit closer onto the
Money.
situation.
Money is.
Yeah.
Do these things count as beast?
They count as monstrosities, unfortunately.
Damn.
Monty, can
Yeah.
Remy approach one of them?
Sure, absolutely.
And he would like to roll an animal handling check.
Yeah,
Just basically
as-
reaching out his hand and getting in a crouching position like you would do with a very shy dog.
Absolutely. Go ahead and roll.
Did I
an
did the
animal
owlbear call or did I did the walk call? I don't remember.
Are you 9? I'm trained in this. I never get to use it.
I know. Hold on, I gotta grab my owlbear stats real fast.
Oh
God. No.
Tash just writing down notes for the zoo.
Don't
Ow.
hire Remy.
How
No,
owl
no,
bears
listen,
mangle.
Hey, you put that notebook down.
Oh boy.
The owlbear just cross counters Remy.
All right. First of all, I don't appreciate
fucking
that you
clocks
made
on the
it.
King's Quest.
Connor, you
Quick,
can't
try to see the fish
guilty
first.
gear
Does
me
a
in Unexpectables.
That was a
22
Street
hit you?
Fighter reference.
Oh god.
Guys,
oh no.
guys, focus up.
Does a 22 hit you, Remy?
Wait. No, because I cast shield.
Okay, it goes to bite your hand, and you cast shield, and your hand he tries to bite down in your armor, and and you watch as all the hair, like all the feathers, poof up in like a defensive manner, and you hear a voice around the corner go, "Betty, Bert!" And both the owlers kind of turn and look, and you see a human woman round the corner, darker tan skin, jet black hair that runs almost the length of her butt. She kind of comes around, and she's currently holding 2 dead ducks, and she goes, "Oh, that's right." Rat! And she sees you on the ground.
What?
Rat, how many times have I told you? It's a delicate procedure taming owlbears, and I don't need your input. Come now, get off the ground. You're floundering like a fish.
I just thought if I saw you do it a bunch of times, it can't be that hard.
You watch as the 2 owlbears immediately lose interest with you guys and run over, and like she lifts up her arm, and the owlbears eat the ducks. Like she just hands it off to them, and they eat. And it's rather terrifying, but impressive because they eat it whole.
Ladies, gentlemen, and others, meet our maiden of monsters.
My name's Betty. And this is Betty, and she points to one of the bigger owlbears, and this is Bert.
It's
gonna-
Bert.
rather impressive feat to tame owlbears of all creatures.
You think that's impressive? You should see my other beasts.
Man, we haven't seen a live owlbear since. Well, it's been like 2 years, I think.
Last one we saw, we met our good friend.
Tash like stands
you,
up
you
at
mean the
attention.
dead owlbear that we use as a rug in our
No,
tavern.
so it's when we met Sully.
Oh, yeah, that is. when we
Porky
met
Bob's his
Sully.
It was
eyebrows.
back then. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's when we
I remember-
first met.
Remember, the owlbear was running around crazy, and then Sully was there healing people. Remember that?
I'm not certain if this would destroy the show that you're willing to perform later, but what's the most dangerous animal you have?
Ooh. Can we show him, please?
Is it man? Man.
Betty just kind of points and nods at Borky, like, that's probably the most deadly thing. Have you seen Tiny?
Well, yes. he
Uh,
was-
it took me a
dangerous.
while to take it all in.
I feel like it would spoil some of the surprise if I show them everything. Rat?
Ooh.
Should I
know
show
what?
them? Should I show them the gray one or the multi-headed one?
Oh, but they're both so good.
Task is pogging so hard right now.
Task, I'm sorry, but trust me, it is going to be better for the show. Believe me.
I wouldn't want to wake them up anyway. But you did get an early and behind the scenes. Okay, Bert. And you watch as the Albert's like kind of like trying to get under her arm, and she's like petting him. She goes, "You did get a nice feeding observation, so consider that a bit of a bonus. VIP tickets and all that."
Very well.
Scarlet walks up and goes, "Can I feed it?" And she's like, "Oh no, honey, no. They'll eat you." And she goes, "Oh," and she kind of hides behind you, panic.
Is Robin doing okay?
She's like shaking behind you.
Oh.
Poor girl.
I told you it'd be a bit of an adventure.
Yeah, no kidding. I don't leave the city walls very often or ever.
Well, Bonnie, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. This is kind of half the reason I want her to come.
You're such a jerk, man.
So does she have a stroke mid or end session?
All right, well, I got a few heads to feed. She kind of gives a wink towards Rat. Can't wait to hear and see what you think about the show, and I hope my beasts impress you.
Oh, you have no idea. It's like she can speak to the things. It's amazing.
Stay out of trouble, Rat.
No promises. And I just
Never
continue
are.
to lead the way.
All right. As you make your way, you do find the rather extravagant painted caravan of Hafiba. There are various colors of rainbows, and the roof, every single tile is a different color, like a rainbow fish. And you hear a gentle humming from the inside.
Oh, you're all going to love this. And I just tap the tent. Hafiba, are you decent?
I'm always decent. And you watch as the door slams open, and walking out is what can best be described as a combination between a clown and a jester.
Oh no.
Well, I'm officially woken up. Let's go.
It's a dream, Stern.
Panic, you immediately feel a hard grip on your leg. And you see walking down in the most colorful and ridiculous, there's this giant, like, almost Kefka-like collar that bursts out with bells at the end. A long robe with puffy pants that come to curled boots with big pom-poms on the top. The hair is spun up into an ice cream cone of color, and the face is adorned with pale and white makeup with this sort of curled lip look to it and wide eyes as this individual steps down and goes, "Why, hello, Rat and friends! Is this the entourage you were boasting so much about for days and eons? Believe me." And he presses a hand to the chest of you, Remy. "He would not shut up about you and all your adventures, werewolves and vampires." He kind of wiggles his fingers towards each of you as he says each word. "How frightful!" "Welcome," and he spins in a full circle, "to the Moonkite Circus. I am Hojifa the Jester. It's a pleasure to meet you. If you want hilarity, you found it. But please, do not be strangers. Introduce yourself. Give me your best joke. I love meeting new people, especially in such a renowned city and off the borders sort of place like Alivast."
Perhaps there's one detail you left out, Monty. The important detail.
Uh-oh.
Of what they are.
I did, but it's a secret.
Ah, okay.
They want
cool.
you want to keep it a secret. So.
Right. Okay. Whoops.
Task like kind of like bites the bottom of his lip, thinking of like a joke. He's like, "Oh fuck, that's right, jokes. I may have one."
"Oh, hello." And he kind of comes down to this very exaggerated, and like, you're like, wow, this guy's really extra. He comes down to this exaggerated sort of like, on his knees and goes, "Why, tell me, my fine sir, your finest, most hilarious of jokes."
It was supposed to be good, I think. It was supposed to be good. Borky's already happy.
Task is now already in fucking big regret mode. Why do dragons sleep during the day?
Why do dragons sleep during the day?
So they can fight nights?
Oh! Well done, well done. And he kind of reaches behind your ear. I believe you earned yourself a free token. And he hands it to you. You may redeem that at any food stall for a free ice cream. I love, love, love jokes. I'll be sure to add it to my repertoire. My rat, your friends are so colorful. I love them.
Aren't they wonderful?
Oh, indeed. Very, very. And he kind of looks over and looks you all up and down. So interesting. And here's a knight right here. And he kind of pounds the chest of Remy a little hard, but not to hurt you. And a rather, you must be from the Eastern Isles as he turns towards you, Greckles.
Greckles is like half accordioned into his own shoulders at this point. If you took it like the squished up cats that are like, no, please. That's him right now in bird form.
You see Robin go, he's so silly.
Yeah.
Panic. You hear a little voice go, Panic?
Yeah, what's wrong?
I want to go home.
Oh no.
Oh,
I'll sort of take her over to the side and I'll face her away from the clown.
Okay, you do so, and she's like,
Are you afraid of? Are you?
Sorry, you go first.
Are you afraid of clowns?
No, I'm not. Babies are afraid of clowns. I'm not a baby.
That is true. You are not a baby. So what's the problem?
Just not feeling good. The peanuts were bad, I think.
Ah. Scarlet.
She's like all scrunched up, same as Greckles, but like in her collar. Like she's got like a little like scarf and she's pulled it over herself at this point. She's just kind of facing away.
You know, there's nothing to be afraid about.
His face is really scary.
What do I do here? I can... What if I made him look not scary for you?
You can do that?
Yeah. What's your favorite animal?
That's a really good question. I like wolves.
Okay. I'll just stay right here. I'll be right back.
Okay. You see, she kind of grips onto your hand, and as you leave, like there's a gentle trailing where she's like, "Oh God, please don't leave me." But at the same time, she doesn't want to go near the clown.
Hold her hand while I'm walking over.
Okay.
I imagine at this point, Jeef is like trying to forcefully like shake hands with Greckles or something like that. He's just backing up in scared cat stance.
You watch as he's going through rapidly shaking your hands, and he stops at Borky and goes, "My, you could give Tiny a run for his money with your muscles. Why aren't you part of the show?"
Thank you very much. Oh, don't worry, I'll entertain you in ways you can't even imagine. Wink. He doesn't actually wink, he just says wink.
Gotcha. A real jokester, this one. Oh, Rat, you have the most colorful and most interesting friends.
Oh, trust me, you have no idea.
Rat. He kind of comes up and
Yes?
kind of gets close. You did not spoil my surprise, now did you?
Tightly lipped, as a rock has been resting on the grounds for centuries.
Good. The climax of my act must be a surprise. It adds to the magic, you see.
Of course. Oh, and I guess I just see. I don't know. I just want to let Panic have his moment.
Yeah, Panic. You can see Panic coming back.
I'll stroll up and I'll have my little mage hand holding Scarlet's hand still, and I'll be like, "Hey, so I think the little girl I brought with me is afraid of clowns."
Now, why would that be?
Shut the fuck up.
It's part of his act, but
Children love clowns.
Well, this one doesn't. I was wondering if you could help me out a bit. Maybe show her you're friendly.
Have I not been the most friendly person here at the Moonkite Circus?
no. friend, remember, our goal is to entertain and make happy as many people as possible. So we must be open to feedback.
Exactly, you are correct, and I apologize, Rat. I've lost my way once more.
This is all right. We all make mistakes. Now,
I
let's
just
see.
inhaled something. I think I inhaled a moth.
Oh no.
Oh, apologies.
But
my water
you
skin
are
away.
a talented fellow. We can perhaps
Yes,
think
yes.
of another act for you. Do you have any
Well-
ideas, Panic?
I do have one.
Now, I can't say much to the first part of my act, but the second part may fulfill the wonderment of this child. I cannot promise, but that moth.
It may. It very well may.
Well,
But-
as long as you can take orders, I think we'll be all right.
Take orders. That may be difficult as a free spirit, but I will try to oblige where I can.
Thank you very much, my friend. This is why you're the best.
Of course. Also, don't bother the siren right now. She's in makeup, and you know how she gets.
Oh, yes. You see Rat just like shiver a little bit.
Well,
Yes,
I
let's
think-
not.
Task's ears kind of like lower down a little bit. Harpies?
Harp- well, yes, she absolutely can be when she's hungry. oh, goodness me.
I just whisper, yeah, but seriously, let's not bother her.
Yes, it's not.
Oh.
And also the joust, they're a little bit sour, but more importantly,
Yes.
their mounts are even more so ravenous things, and I'd rather not get on their, bad side.
I just don't understand them sometimes. I mean, I've had to cut my performance many a time before. It's just part of the deal.
It is, but sore losers be sore losers. And plus, they would love to debut in a new country. Who wouldn't? This place, and you watch as Hofiba kind of looks towards you, is filled with magic. I must say that Tavasin is terrified of performing for all of you because he's sure that you've seen wonders perhaps far beyond that of the Moonkite Circus. There's an extra layer of pressure, as I'm sure Rat is aware. So we do hope that we impress you at least in some manner.
Expectations are high for someone who travels the world such as you lot.
And magic doesn't as easily impress those who are constantly surrounded by it. So, in performance terms, you're a tough crowd.
But we'll still try our darndest.
And I'm sure you. And I'm more than certain that you will be able to provide.
Well, I should finish my makeup and get my juggling balls ready. I hope to see the rest of you at the front row of the performance. And the little girl, here, and you watch as he hands you a ball. Tell her to throw this in the air at the climax. It may bring some joy to her. If she doesn't, it's not the end of the world, but I will be keeping my eye out for you. Your glittering attire really stands out, sir.
Oh,
Isn't it?
shucks. Well, I am a bit loud, as I've been told.
Well, quiet people don't get the spotlight. Anyway,
Ain't that the
Toodles.
truth?
Greckles hard
That's-
lines
that's very
both
true.
of them. Very, three of them very, very hard.
With that, Rat, I don't think there's really anyone else you can visit at the moment, as you know that everybody else is
Yeah.
probably preparing at this point.
I think
That
I'm
leaves
good.
You and the Unexpectables currently just kind of hanging around at some benches and drinking some drinks and lemonades and stuff.
How, just generally, how big is Scarlet? Is she like a small creature at this point?
She'd be a small creature. She's like slightly taller than Task. I mean, she's about, how old is she? She's like 10 or 12, right? How old is Scarlet? Let me check my notes. Not Scarlett Johansson.
So
Skojo.
basically, what I'm trying to determine here is
She's 12. She's I'd say she's a small creature or
small creature. Okay.
Yeah.
So if I were a medium-sized creature, I could pick her up and carry her around, no problem.
With Mage Hand?
With polymorph, I asked her what her favorite
Polymorph.
animal was. Oh.
You want to turn her into a wolf?
I was gonna turn the clown into a wolf, and then that is not happening, I
You
guess.
continue to
So
be a
I'm,
clown. Sorry.
I'm going to. I'll give her the ball, explain to her what's happening, and then to make her comfortable, I'll turn myself into a wolf. And she can like ride me around or something.
Oh, cute. Very
Aw.
fun.
Yeah.
She
That's
likes that.
wonderful.
It makes her feel better.
Yeah. I turn into a wolf with. I still have the solid yellow eyes and really.
Hey, Monty.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's not going to trigger anybody from Tricadia, is it?
Rat, you sweat a little bit.
Okay, just wanted to double check.
You were like, mm.
Wolf, wolf, wolf.
Oh, the fleas. Oh God, the fleas.
Boom.
She's like holding on. Your horns are like still on the wolf, and she kind of holds on to
Yeah.
them, and she's like, "Butch."
Nice.
Oh, wolf.
You guys sit down. Is there anything you guys wish to discuss?
Yeah. So I've been telling you and showing you my life. Tell me about yours.
Well, we actually just got back from all 4 elemental planes not long ago. That was a bit of a me thing. Just kind of
Destroyed
looks
an
in the
ab-
middle distance.
Destroyed an Abishai. Got revenge for the rest of my family, so my demeanor's risen since last we've met.
You can
Figured
see
I'd-
rats. Oh no, go on.
No. Oh, it's fine. Go ahead.
You can see rats at hearing both of these. Just said no so nonchalantly. His jaw's on the floor.
Oh yeah. I actually figured out who my father was, and apparently he was entangled with some kind of interdimensional war between the material plane and the elemental plane of fire, and well, scoundrels become heroes after all, I suppose. Kind of nudges Panic.
Oh, and may we not forget, as I point over to Wolf Panic, we seized control on a Yugoloth uprising in the city.
Oh, that was fun.
Well, I mowed a lawn once. So I think we've got some pretty evenly impressive things we've done, I think.
Unfortunately for Task, he's gonna have to say this.
Mm-hmm.
How dangerous was this lawn? He doesn't fucking know what that is.
He's
Yes. Of course. When I broke a few priceless artifacts at one royal's house during a dining session, I had to pay with laver, and it was the most grueling task. I had to use my hands with no protective gloves, and I had to snip each individual leaf of grass.
Wow.
Mythical
Man.
plants.
We had to hunt down frost salamanders and wear their skin.
That is the most metal thing I think I've ever heard.
I think Task has the fucking like cloth still. He just like holds it up and shows it to him.
Whoa! Rat just like shakes his hands. May I?
It might be too small. It might be small, but by all means.
Oh, I merely want to admire it, and I just take it very gently and just check
like-
it out.
It's like a raincoat texture, but like thicker. The outside of it is like this glittering blue. It's cold to the touch, but isn't enough to make you really uncomfortable. But it's a very crude but nice piece of a uniform, more or less.
Oh, could you? I would love to see you show it off.
Very well. It was more for our protection in the plane of fire. I put it on.
Oh, you
It's
just
a
see
little-
Rat like
It's a little too big on Task, but it fits him.
Yeah.
Rat just like taking different, almost like those photo shoots where they're like doing different angles and stuff, but just with his eyes, just like wow.
I want you to.
fashion.
I want you to picture like a small tonberry with a kobold snout.
Oh god.
The fashion, the regalness, the adventure. I love it.
Task
And he
kind of,
takes
like,
out a small
shrinks in-
notebook and writes down a few things.
Task kind of like shrinks inside of it, hearing all these
Absolutely.
words.
You see a couple of individuals kind of run past you guys, and they're just like, you see Clay actually amongst them, and Clay kind of stops and goes, Rat.
Oh, yes, darling.
He kind of blushes a little bit at that and kind of looks back and goes, have you seen a little boy?
A little boy. I look around. Oh crap! Is the dragon kid still with us?
Arlo's like 16, and like
Okay,
Clay has
okay.
made it clear that it's like a small child.
Okay, small child. Whew. All right. I mean, teenager. I haven't.
As you say little boy and you look at Arlo just snarls back and you're like, ooh.
I turn immediately back at the snarl. No, I haven't.
I hope me and Zotira are like snickering at that.
Oh yeah, Zotir is like. You watch as Clay goes, oh, okay, no worries then. Bye.
I just go to reach for his hand. Darling, you can tell me anything. Is there something wrong?
Oh no, we just spotted someone sneaking into the grounds. It's fine.
Oh no. All right.
It's fine. It
Who
happens.
were they?
I don't know, but we'll find them. Don't worry.
Did you get any kind of identification?
No. Well, you're stressing me out. He's starting to sweat. You know that Clay is very shy.
Shh. It's all right, darling. I just caress his cheek and just give him a little smooch. You go find that boy.
Yes. You watch as he runs off.
I wolf before he runs off. I wolf patter up to him and I sit down.
All right. It's just panic.
Oh, it's the horns. Right. Good boy. And he hits you a little too hard on the forehead a couple times.
Woof.
No wolf.
The droopy fucking sound effect voice.
I'm trying to point out to him that I have keen hearing and smell.
I can actually translate for you.
It's true.
It's true.
Task kind of like stands up and like you all watch as Task like looks over to Panic and says, "Oh, right. Well, what are you trying to say to him?" Like obviously like Panic like barks back at me.
I turn over and I say, keen hearing and smell.
My friend here like is actually proclaiming that he could help you search for this this intruder with his keen sense of smell.
Rat claps his hands. That's right. You guys do these things for a living. Perhaps they can help. Clay, what do you think?
Assuming the child hasn't already left the grounds, sure, yeah, okay. I just seem to be enjoying yourselves, and he kind of looks outside. You haven't seen your friends in such a long time, Rat. I wanted this to be a nice, relaxing thing for you.
Oh, don't you worry, darling. This is how we hang out.
Okay.
Strangely enough, this is relaxing.
He's not wrong.
Group investigation check.
There we go.
Oh, investigation?
Yeah.
Darn.
I'm not good at this roll. Here we go.
18.
Oh, beans 8.
Haha, 4. Beat that.
Wow, guys.
Could I try to bargain that this would be a perception on my check since I am sneaking?
This is an
Also-
investigation because you're searching
Fuck!
and you're trying to
Can
find.
I-
Yeah.
All right.
Can
what's
I
a
give
wolf's intelligence?
inspiration to someone while we do?
If they already rolled, then unfortunately, no. I'm
Shit.
sorry. You have to
alright.
say it beforehand. I'm
You're
so
right.
sorry.
Yeah. No, it's fine.
That
As you guys
is a
scour the grounds,
-2.
as you guys scour the grounds, you see no trace. And at this point, all of the Moonkite Circus employees are just like kind of shrug and they go, "They must have run off. He must have scared them away." You hear some shouting coming from a distance. You hear Travasa say, "Where are my actors? Rat, where are you?"
Oh, I'm sorry, everyone. You have fun. Enjoy the show. And I
Thanks.
just run off.
I have to get in my uniform, Clay says.
And I just kind
I'll-
of grab him by the hand and pull him. Come on, come on.
Yeah, I'll meet you and your seats. I'll take you to Rat. My arm. He watches Clay is dragged off by Rat.
Well,
I want to imagine Borky's like trying to get the biggest thing of popcorn right now. Just the.
Oh yeah. If you guys want to get snacks, this is the time.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
absolutely. Borky's gonna
the token.
Okay,
Would
absolutely.
anyone
She
like
gets an ice
wine
cream.
gums?
Freaking wine gums. Gross.
Oh,
So what do you-
Rob. Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, I was just gonna say, what do you guys want to get for yourselves and for your companions who are with you?
Turkey
Rob
leg.
Borky would.
Turkey leg for Task, perfect.
ooh.
Bigger than
Borky
himself.
A giant Borky would like one, like a task-sized turkey leg. Not one for Task, but
I
one
thought
the
you wanted.
size
I thought
of
you wanted
Task.
popcorn.
That too. Borky's not done. He's gonna load up.
Popcorn and a turkey leg. Okay.
Robin, what are you interested in?
Oh, I'd love an ice cream.
Okay, what flavor?
Oh gosh, there's more than one.
Greckles is gonna look very worried at her.
Life has new meaning.
I love her.
Wait,
like-
isn't she Chef Bacaw's daughter?
Yeah, but he doesn't serve ice cream.
doesn't do ice cream.
Is this child just Arkhov?
Oh. Could I have
Man.
strawberry?
Would you? Hey, you know what? Would you like 2 scoops?
Oh my god. Yeah.
All right. Well, here. Okay. We'll get that. Do you want anything else?
No, this'll do me fine. I can't take more than this.
No, it's fine. Just enjoy yourself.
Ask
Edible
Butters
cloud?
Tier 3.
Okay. Yeah. We'll get that too.
All right. So Robin gets ice cream and cotton candy.
Greckles will get just like extra buttery popcorn.
Butter for our lactose intolerant friend.
Speaking as a lactose intolerant person, butter doesn't usually mess.
Oh,
you up
it
that
actually doesn't.
much.
All right, absolutely. Buttery popcorn.
go.
Got it.
It's cheeses and like hard
Yeah.
milk items.
What is that?
Zotira would like. Let's see. I'm just trying to think of what they have available right now. They have candy covered crickets in like a little baggie, and jelly beans and candy like that. She wants that. She wants candy covered crickets.
Dude, fuck yeah. Get her candy covered crickets.
Can Remy
All
tap
right.
Task on the shoulder?
Aye.
Is there anything on this menu that will not offend Arlo if I offer it to him?
Cass didn't take a bite out of his fucking turkey leg. He just hands him that.
All right, so this is dragons will eat this and not be offended that it is a pitiful serving or anything, right?
I mean, it's almost the size of myself. I'm sure he would enjoy this.
All right.
Yeah, I got one already. Wash past.
Arlo, I procured you some food.
Sustenance!
roll a charisma check with advantage because you chose correctly.
Bless you.
Oh god.
19 on both sides.
19.
Let's go, Dad Remy.
Okay there, Monty?
Yeah, I dropped my dice. It happens. And you rolled 1 over what you
Fucking
needed as
does.
well. As you hand him the turkey leg, he takes a big bite and he just chews and he goes,
Remy will let out an audible sigh of relief.
The most difficult person to impress, a teenager.
The Tin
Yeah.
Man has a heart after all.
A teenager with unbelievable power, though.
Oh God, really? Oh,
he's a silver dragon.
It's a silver dragon.
Oh, please.
fuck.
I'm wearing a dragon.
So is Zotira. So is Zotira, actually.
Yeah, both of them are. They're young though. They're little baby dragons.
We get to take him.
Shut up. Panic. What are you getting?
What does Scarlet want first and foremost?
Everything.
And I'll acquiesce to her request because she got scared by the clown, but I'll pace her basically.
You know what she would-
I'll buy
you know
her
what
a
she
little
would
bit
want?
of everything.
She would
What's
want
that?
shaved ice.
Shaved ice, done. She's got
Alright.
shaved ice, and Panic is going to look for some corn dog equivalents.
Absolutely. Deep fried sausages can be found.
Yeah, give me one of those. Give me one of the like Korean style that's like half cheese, half dog.
Oh,
There you
dude,
go.
I have bratwurst
Fuck
right for 4th of
yeah.
July. Oh,
All right. You guys all, I believe that's everybody. You guys all gather, unless Remy, you wanted to get something specifically for yourself as well.
I don't feel comfortable eating turkey.
But you're
So-
a falcon. You eat meat.
It's just I feel like it's just a little. Are there any like rats?
get him a ham.
Yeah, there's rats on a stick. There's a goblin merchant who's like, you want a rat on a stick? Rat on a stick. Real
I was
fresh on
curious
charcoal
for
every
the
morning.
irony of it.
Deep fried.
We got deep fried. We got minced. We got all
If
kinds
there's-
of
is
rat.
there
Barbecue
chicken?
flavor.
If there's chicken, definitely some chicken
All right. Yeah, there's chicken skewers
Let's
too.
do
You
some
can
chicken.
easily get.
or a duck.
Yeah.
Ducks. Falcons eat ducks, right?
Yes.
they eat
Falcons eat a
everything,
lot
dude.
of
They eat
stuff.
pretty much every bird. Let's go with a chicken leg
I was gonna
and
say
some
fish.
duck. Duck is fucking delicious.
Agreed.
Agreed.
Never had
Fatty but
I've only
delicious.
ever had
It's-
duck once, and it was greasy. Greasy duck.
It
I
is.
had.
It's an oily meat. You need
It's
to
an
prepare
oily
it
meat,
right.
and it's also very dependent on how you prepare it because it needs to be cooked very, very delicately.
Yeah, waterfowl is very, very finicky when it comes to cooking, but if you get it right, it's
But if you get it
fucking
right,
dope.
oh my
Like,
god!
Oh my
Chinese.
God.
Anyway,
Chinese
that
duck.
notwithstanding,
Oh my
chicken
god,
leg
I
and
had
some
Chinese duck, like legitimate
so
Chinese
good!
duck, and it was so fucking
Welcome
good.
to
Chinese
good.
duck is so good.
Welcome to the Roast Duck Podcast, everybody.
Yeah.
Korean barbecue.
Special
you get
guest
some
Joe
duck, it's
Cat on.
delicious.
Joe Cat, what is your favorite duck dish?
Oh fuck! There's this restaurant in Thailand called MK, and it serves the best duck.
Oh, that sounds good. All right, so as you guys begin to make your way
Wait, hold
inside
on.
of the tent, thank you.
There we go.
As
Yes,
night
I'm devouring it.
as night falls and the lights of the inner workings of the circus begin to glitter and glow, you guys are met with Clay, who is now wearing a hilariously adorable outfit. He is wearing a little usher's outfit,
Oh my god.
complete with the red jacket and the little fez hat on top. And he kind of greets you. He looks very embarrassed with the uniform, but he kind of goes, "Hello." And he goes, "I'll take you to your seats." And you guys are led inside, and immediately that space that was kind of dull and dim lit now is a light with dancing lights, which you guys would recognize the spell. Like that seems to be fitted in various different places inside, working almost as the ambient light structure here. You do see a catwalk above in the tent area where there's quite a few wizards that seem to be kind of doing different sort of like little effects to add to the sort of embellishment. There's some people going, ooh, ah. And you hear one guy go, "I know how to do that spell." Like you just hear a couple people kind of chime in like that.
Sorry,
And
I just found that very funny for some reason.
I can do that one.
But that's lit. I feel like that's comments in a YouTube video. Just
Wait, I know
yeah,
this trick. You
counterspell?
see, there's a thing under the hand.
And as you guys are led into the front seats, you guys have front row seats to this.
Hell yeah.
You guys sit down, and the lights shunk, 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 turn off, and there's a moment of murmuring and quiet. And suddenly, a flash of light immediately emitted in the center space where you see appearing in a burst of cloud the ringmaster, who you had met previously with Rat. Tavasan stands with his outfit that was once a simple color is now glittering and glamoring and glowing with various different sequins and designs swirling. And you see him raise his hands in the air and go, "Welcome, my good people of Alivast, to the Moonkite Circus." And that's where we're going to take our break.
Oh boy.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Time for
I'm
a
loving
snack.
this. I'm loving this so much.
Oh yeah.
I love you guys. You guys are great.
Yeah, welcome back,
Yeah.
Cat. We're
Welcome
so
back.
happy to
I'm having
have
lots of
you
fun.
again.
I thought I would be tired after running a game earlier today, but I'm energized.
You're going to
Welcome.
crash right after, though. I absolutely guarantee you.
Oh, absolutely.
Welcome back, Joe Cat.
Well,
good to see you
thank
again.
you. It's good to see you too.
Don't be
Nobody give
weird,
me
Bosco.
snacks.
Would you like to grab something to drink, Joe Cat, while I do the halftime
Oh.
show?
I would. I very
Good.
much would.
I think that would be wise.
I gotta use
Actually,
the bathroom. I'll be back.
I have something right here. I came prepared.
Mm,
Yes, I enjoyed our Halo talks together.
yeah, that went swimmingly.
Get it?
Anyway,
'Cause-
guys, hi, welcome into the halftime show.
Yes.
Yeah. So, Joe Cat, how does it feel to be back on the show?
Oh, it feels great, and I feel good. I feel like I'm a better player after 2 years. Because sometimes
Has
I
it really
listen
been
back.
2 years?
I think so. It must have been because I played with you guys. Last time I played with you guys was when I was in college, and that was 2 years ago.
That's nuts.
It has been
Yeah.
a while, yeah.
Damn.
By the way, guys, I've been practicing an impression. Would you guys mind if I did it real quick?
Sure.
Hey, go ahead.
Okay. So this is my impression of Seika because I missed Seika, and since we're like on a guest kick, I'm gonna give this a shot.
I wish I could go to the circus too.
That's pretty
What do
good.
you think?
That's pretty,
pretty
good,
good?
man.
That's
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know who that is, but
Yeah,
I
you're
think you
totally
did.
getting okay. Yeah. All right, cool.
Where's Mark? Is he in chat?
No,
I'm in Bosco's house.
he's literally right here.
Oh. Sorry.
He's just right here in my room.
I went up to get a snack. I don't know what you want from me.
That's fair. No, Mark is. We picked him up. We're hanging out. So
I
yeah,
wish I
everybody
could
say hi to Mark. in the
Hi,
chat.
Mark.
Special
Hi,
halftime
Mark.
guest.
I hope you all feel nervous because I'm watching you live while watching you live.
He's
Yay.
sitting on my bed just listening to the show on a delay, and I feel so bad every time I talk. He has to hear me twice. It's bad enough to listen to me the first time. The whole chat says they miss you, by the way.
You're a good bean and we like you.
It's true. They want
I
to
like you,
replace
Mark,
me
even
with
though I
you
don't
and
know
Joe
you.
Cat.
I thought that was a legitimate impression.
I bet you
and
are.
I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's what I was.
Oh, is that Mark's character or something?
That's actually Mark,
Yeah.
yes.
Oh, gotcha.
So Mark
Yeah.
was just in Bosco's apartment. Sorry, I'm just airing out my apartment.
In my apartment. He's in my room. He's on my bed. He's invaded.
Whoa.
It's crazy. You slept the wrong way, by the way. You fucking conked out. I'm like, the pillows are that way.
I was gonna say, how do
Anyway.
you sleep the wrong way? I guess that way.
Well, you sleep the way that the pillows aren't, which is more uncomfortable. Because then your
Gotcha.
head's like hanging off the edge of the bed.
Some
Yeah, but
people
what if
like
I-
that kind of thing?
What if I like that?
Look,
What
if
I'm
you're
a
into that,
weirdo
I don't
who
kink
likes
shame.
that? Yeah, kink shame.
Yeah, whatever you're
My
into, dude.
sleep kinks.
Oh my
what did I
god.
come back to?
Sleep kinks.
Yeah.
Feeling bad for being tricked.
Would you
Oh
have
my God.
expected anything
I'm having
less than me?
snacks. It depends on what mood you're in.
Wow. All right, accurate. Fair enough. That's a good answer. By the way, for those of you that haven't seen it yet, I think the VOD is still up on Monty's channel, maybe possibly. Go check out Joe Cat and I taking Monty through ODST. It's one of the most fun streams I've been able to do in a
Yeah.
long time. I didn't realize this because I didn't get to play with Joe Cat, but Monty brought both of us into a call once and was like, so, Joe Cat really likes Halo. And I heard through the grapevine that he was also a really big fan of Halo 4, so I was determined to hear his side of the story, because most people I talk to hate Halo 4 for most of the same reasons that I do.
Most
And
of the Halo fandom hates Halo 4.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, rather than just shit on him, which I jokingly do every time I talk about him on this show, I actually was genuinely curious what about the story hooked him. And so we had a really interesting conversation where we could have different opinions on the internet and not have a fight. It was the craziest thing.
Yeah.
Lunacy.
Also, we're both-
One of the most polarizing opinions as well.
it's-
Because
yes, that's true.
Oh, jeez.
But I like to have my perceptions of reality challenge. So that was
Yeah.
a very fun conversation. I'm still
I'm glad.
determined to play more Halo with you, by the way. When Infinite
Hell
comes out,
yes.
I'm super down to do some Halo.
Oh,
Hey,
after I finish, go through the campaign, because I want to experience that myself. But after I go through the campaign, we're absolutely playing a
Have you
shitload of
played through the
multiplayer
whole?
together.
You've played all of them already, right? You're just gonna go
Oh,
start to finish.
Except for 5. I never had an Xbox One, so I,
I
never
didn't
got to
play 5 either because they lied to me.
Yeah.
I watched the
Yeah.
cutscenes and I know the story, and they lied to me.
Man, Hunter the Truth was so good.
So hey, can I drop a bomb on you?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
drop the bomb on me.
I have never played a Halo game.
Well,
So,
this is
I
the
don't- are
best
you
time
a-
to start.
Are you a sci-fi guy? Out of curiosity.
I am.
Okay. Are there any sci-fi games that you've played that you do enjoy?
Mech Warrior's really big.
Okay.
Honestly, Command and Conquer, but I don't know if you can call it sci-fi.
Yeah, Command and Conquer is kind of this weird in between because they do some
Well,
sci-fi stuff.
Red Alert sci-fi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think you would enjoy Halo. I think you would enjoy it. I don't know how much of a shooter fan you are. If you hate shooters, you're not going to enjoy Halo.
Oh no! I dude.
But
all right.
the original.
I would argue.
oh,
I would argue there is plenty in Halo for non-shooter fans to enjoy, because it's got a lot of cool things in the sandbox, and it's got
I more
cool
mean that if
glowy
you don't-
swords.
okay.
I mean, for me, I've never had an Xbox.
I
Never
guess
had an Xbox.
if you're
so.
not a first-person shooter fan, it's really hard to go through an entire first-person shooter where the story isn't the biggest hook.
Okay, let me put it this way. I've played and beaten Painkiller. Okay.
Okay.
That should,
Yeah,
that should tell you how much.
Okay.
So here's what I would recommend. I would say if you want to pick up the Master Chief Collection, because you basically get everything but 5 all in one download for one price, that's the way to experience it. And then start with Reach, because you have the rare opportunity to start at Reach, which is a prequel that came out much later.
Yes, you get to
You
go
could
in
start-
lore chronological order.
Yes, you could start with Reach, not knowing anything about it, experience that, and go right into 1, and then learn about them talking about Reach as you go through the series, which is, I think, really cool.
Okay.
Yo, so Gaijin, now that you've dropped that fucking tidbit, that nugget of information on me, when's the Dusk stream? because I will gear up with you on that.
Whenever is it multiplayer? Or is it
It's
single?
modded. No, it's I think it's single
dude,
and
if
modded.
you want to do modded multiplayer, let's fucking go. I watched you play Dusk, and I was waiting for it to like completely come out, and then I just lost track of time.
They're just
Dude,
constantly adding more shit to it, so fuck yeah.
I love FPS games, like in all kinds. So no, I just never had the opportunity to really sit down and play it because I never had an Xbox. I never could have one. So
Yeah. Luckily, a lot of the Microsoft exclusives are on PC as well, which is
nice.
Yep.
Very nice. Mass
not
Effect,
all of them, but most. Of them.
Gaijin, if you like sci-fi, check out Mass Effect if you haven't.
Oh yeah, Mass Effect is
yeah.
like high sci-fi.
Like that, it
That's
is
bizarre.
one of my favorite game series ever. Like Halo's already up there, but like Mass Effect even more because the writing for most of that series is fucking phenomenal.
Hell yeah.
Up to the end of the second game. Up to the end of the second game.
No,
would
I will
argue-
argue. I will argue that about 2/3 of the third game is good.
Yes, same.
If you play the Citadel DLC and that's your ending, and you basically up until the part towards the end where you get on the giant thing that you build, that's where the game should end. If you stop there, you're in pretty good shape. I
would
have some
also-
minor issues.
I would also claim that the character
I know,
writing.
Mark, I know.
I would claim that the character writing is consistently good throughout the franchise.
I would agree. I have my only issues is in number 3. I wish they would have given more love to certain romance options that you get over the series. That's my biggest gripe with 3.
My biggest gripe is that they created a character like Jack and had the audacity to say that she is straight. That is not a straight woman.
That is bullshit. That is not how they were
in no
written either.
universe is Jack straight.
Play
guys.
Halo 2, or not Halo
Hey,
2. Play Mass
hey,
Effect
hey,
2 and tell me
hey,
that's how they wrote her.
Hey guys, remember when this was a D&D stream and we had bits
Oh,
to
shit.
call out?
Oh, right.
Sorry.
Can we call those out before we get started again?
Yeah, let me find some bits. Scrolling up. Oh my god. I'm just gonna have to go to Steam Labs.
These chocolate macadamia nuts are fucking awesome.
Right, I just had a loaf of melon pen. I'm in a good mood.
Don't worry, I've got the bits.
Oh, good. Thank you, Connor.
Let's see.
This is why you can't have Joe Cat and I on the same stream. I'll never pay attention.
Lamau.
Hey, it's not my responsibility.
That's why I'm here. I cracked
Nice.
the whip a little bit.
That's fine.
Zan
I don't
Wynn,
get
thank
to
you
talk
for
to Joe Cat much. Go ahead,
13
Connor.
months. Lucky 13. Hope you're all doing well. And the monsoon in Missouri and the drought everywhere else doesn't keep you all down. Ha ha! Did I tell you a tree? Did I tell you a tree exploded?
Oh God.
What?
Yeah, a tree exploded. It like took out a fence. It was nuts.
It just straight up exploded. Like there's got to be more to that story, Connor. Please.
Trees just do that sometimes.
Nature said "fuck you" and exploded a tree. It's across the street from me. I'll get into it another time when I have more time.
Yeah, I want to get back
4-star,
into it here.
Thank you for the
pretty quickly.
45-person raid.
Hey, we
Emperor
know that.
Valentine, thank you for the 15 months. Lori Gon, thank you for giving a tier 1 sub to Static Ocean. Mick Morgan the Merc, thank you for the 12 months. SSF Shadow, thank you for the 14 months. Dr. Caliban, thank you for the 12 months. Aeon Protect Gaming, thank you for the, what is that? 20 subs gifted to the community? Let's go with that one. What's up,
Just
Mark?
joking. I like.
I like Big Bird, and I cannot lie. Thank you for the 9 bits. Is Remy trying to replace Greckles as Arlo's cool uncle? Magic Ninja Go. Thank you for the 100 bits. Chat, put in your best jokes while we were in halftime. Vince Moxanji, thank you for the 100 bits. Now I want to see a high wire acrobatic team called the Flying Grayscales. Oh.
Wait, no!
I understood that reference.
I don't get it.
It's a Batman reference.
No.
Vince Moxanji, thank you for the Takanub, thank you for the 8 months of Prime subbage. This is a nice after getting knocked out of a Guilty Gear tournament. Please, Bosco, stop telling me to go be a ninja.
No. Go be a ninja!
Burnout Vaughn, thank you for the 100 bits. I'm mad, Bosco. Mad about rogues. Mad about time travelers. And especially mad about fucking raccoons.
I feel you, man. Raccoons are the worst.
The Chibi Wolf, thank you for the 15 months. This has been awesome. Stances on Halo 4 aside. Shadow Flare,
Hold on.
thank you for the-
I will defend
No,
you.
we're
gotta
not
get
getting
through
back
these.
into it.
All right.
Thank you for the 15 months. Shadow Flare 8. Magic Ninja Go. Thank you for the 100 bits. I actually owe.
Fuck you.
I actually thought Mark was in the call. Major Kudo. Thank you for the 11 months. Fantastic Cal. Thank you for the 200 bits. Sings note. It's Rat again. Oh, Rat again. All other bards fall behind. It's Rat again. It's Rat again. The greatest bard of all
great
time.
Master Detective reference.
Oh.
That's
Don't
good.
panic.
Also, I appreciate you coming to my defense, Bosco.
I got you, fam. I respect your diversity of opinion.
Don't tell panic. I mean, you can tell me. I just won't believe you because it's not true. Super Choco Devil, thank you for the 10 subs gifted to the community. The Friendly Grim, thank you for the 100 bits. Mark, I will get you off my list one day. Mexican Skydiver, thank you for the 100 bits. It's been so long since I went to a circus/event, and all the circus food reminds me of how the circus churros hit so much different than normal churros. Ah, yes. The greasier, the better. Disco Tech Priest, thank you for the 1,000 bits.
Butter.
So, next one shot is just going to be a free for all to crown the alpha guest character, right?
Dude, Battle Royale. Let's go.
Zenlita, thank you for the
Dude,
300 bits. I can't
D&D.
believe we have.
D&D characters are not balanced for like
No, they
for, like,
fucking are not.
combat. Yeah, against
Not
each
one,
other.
but two of our favorite guest stars. Welcome back, Joe and Mark, and also Bosco's here, I guess. Blasphemy the Robot, thank you for the 100 bits. Mark has invaded the Bosco house. Use the bulls.
That's true.
Bully
Bulls out.
Bosco.
Defend the house.
Zenlita, thank you for the 200 bits. Congrats on the Shadowlands patch launch, by the way. Now even more people can leave the mob.
Yeah, seriously. Come on, Blizzard, help me out here.
Cosmosis45, thank you for the 100 bits. Bosco, show Joe Cat your Octopimp impression, or at least your Zenrio.
I don't think Joe Cat knows who Octopimp's character was, unfortunately.
Oh no, I do.
Oh, you do? You know Zenry?
He was in the Crap Guide to DM, and like
he
I
sure
had to
That's
look up
right.
information.
That's right. Do it then, Bosco. Do it.
Oh, Cha, I'm always so happy to be here. Oh,
Oh, that's really good, actually.
Yeah, it's actually really good. I hate it.
oh thanks, dude. I appreciate it.
Disco Tech Priest, thank you for the 500 bits. Gaijin, Clanner or Inner Sphere?
Oh, fuck the clanners. You're all filthy scum, and we will beat you back into the holes you belong.
Whoa, Jesus.
An
okay.
aggressive stance.
Put a bookmark where you are, Connor, because we're gonna keep going.
Gotcha.
Oh boy.
All right.
Pixel Girl, you're next.
Got my vote.
All right. Everyone good to go?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
So, the act begins. It's not exactly what I wanted. It's really hard to find really exhilarating music, to be honest with you. I should have probably looked at stuff.
You should have hit me up. I would have given you all the clown music. Come on, you know this.
I'm trying. That's way too much. 1 second. Give you a hot sec. Talk amongst yourselves for a hot second here.
So, Joket, real talk. If
No, we
you want to
can't.
go through the games and talk lore, I am super down.
Yes, when we go through the games, away from everyone else who
Yes.
will be bombarded by Halo talk.
It's true.
I would
and
love to do a
probably
lore
Mass
for-
Effect talk.
As opposed to the people who get bombarded with D&D information.
Look, man, I
Yes.
don't have a lot of things that I know a lot about.
Listen,
I'm very,
we just-
I'm,
we just
dumb.
wanna-
Bosco.
I
We just
don't.
want to support what is out on the front, sign,
Yes.
Man, I feel like I'm the only one who's
All right.
battle tech here.
We're good.
Okay.
You guys ready?
Yep.
Hopefully-
Yeah.
Oh, my lights just flickered. All right, we're
Oh,
good.
Good, hang in there.
Yeah. This is the best I can do, and I'm sorry, but Kevin McLeod is a brother, and we're trying our best.
Oh,
Your
yeah.
brother.
All right, so
this is good.
as the act begins, immediately, Tavasin throws his cane into the air, and it spins, and immediately is caught by the strange and clumsy clown, Hofiba, on the ground. And when you guys paid so much for such an exhilarating experience, to see a simple juggling act is disappointing.
Why, he's catching all of them. This is insanity.
I'm
Don't
rolling
drop
an
that one.
insight.
Oh, shut up. Oh, my God, almost did.
Huh,
Go
I
ahead,
could
roll
do that.
an insight check.
There's got to be more to this. Son of a bitch, the nat 20's on the wrong side.
You're like, wow, this guy sucks. You hear a general mumbling throughout the crowd, but you can't help but notice Rat, kind of off to the side, smiling at the performance. As suddenly, Hofiba throws all the balls into the air, and there's a massive explosion of light, and swirling up through mist and cloud, they change their form into their true form of that of an adult copper dragon that spins and catches 3 much larger golden balls in their arms. It begins to spin them around in the air, and the audience goes nuts.
Nice.
Task.
Nice.
As you look to the right of you, you see Zotira's face. Roll an insight check.
Oh my god.
No.
Please.
No. No.
Please.
No.
Okay.
Come on, roll 20.
I'll give you
What about-
advantage. I'll give you
What about-
advantage. I'll give you advantage.
Okay, then
What about
17.
Arlo?
Roll an
Whoa.
insight check, Remy, on Arlo.
Oh, good. Come on, Rems.
This won't end
With
well.
oh God, 10.
You can't read Arlo. He's just eating his turkey leg and goes, kind of impressed. Task, as you look at Zotira and her face, you've seen a look like this before. Love at first sight.
Oh my
no.
god.
Oh,
Do I have to be fucking Cupid again? Tash just like fucking glares at her and gives a smirk. I'm waiting for her to lock eyes with Task.
She is completely enamored with this performance as Hofiba is like spinning balls in the air and twirling around and dancing. At times, he actually spits acid to let loose more balls. And as he spins around, he turns towards you, Panic, and you see now Scarlet, who is terrified of the act up until this point, and is now like, whoa. And he has all the makeup too. Like all the makeup is still on him as a dragon as well. And he's got the collar around his neck. Like it all polymorphed with him. You see him juggling the giant balls, and you see him nod towards Scarlet, who is now like amazed by this. Like her fear is completely gone, and she's like, "Whoa, badass dragon!"
For your ball.
And-
For your ball.
Yeah. And as she throws the ball up into the air, she throws it a little short, but the dragon swoops down, the wings flying just like a single foot above the audience. And the audience goes, whoa, as he flies around and by and continues to juggle. And you watch as he takes Scarlet's little ball, and with the cast of his hand, it becomes a much larger one. And you begin to watch as each ball culminates into one. And as he grabs it, it cracks open, and inside is a little baby mechanical dragon that squawks a few times, and the audience just lets out into uproarious applause.
Yeah.
Scarlet turns to you and gives you like this little snaggletooth smile. She's like, whoa. And
Cool,
Zotira
right?
like, yeah. He was creepy, but now he's cool.
Task will remember this.
Zotira is like actually like almost stands out of her seat as she's completely enamored and is clapping as the dragon lands on the ground. And as the dragon lands, he creates 2 more large red rubber balls and places them on either side of himself. And before he sort of like pushes away with his wings out of the canopy, out of the tent itself, and disappears. And you watch as coming down from the roof are 2 gnomes that fall from the ceiling and land on the balls and bounce twice. And as they bounce the second time, you watch as their forms shift and transform into 2 giant elephants that begin to balance on top of the rubber balls and begin to perform an elaborate act, spinning around the space. You watch as they dip their nose into liquid that's been placed. And right, you know this trick, as bubbles erupt over the audience as these elephants twirl and twist and dance on top of the rubber balls. And as the gnomes transform back and backflip onto the ground, they let out a bow as the audience again applauds.
If you pay attention to Rat, you can see that he is like miming their movements like ever so slightly. He knows like this act back to front, and he just watches it in glee.
Then you watch as the lights go dim and the quiet audience begins to murmur with curiosity. And you hear a roar behind one of the curtains, and the audience gasps. And
Ooh.
Oh.
you see the curtain move slightly. At each movement, there's an anticipation of breath as suddenly bursting forth through the curtain, snarling and roaring, comes a chimera.
Oh.
Some of the audience let out screams as the snake tail snaps towards the air, and you see swinging down Betty, now donned in a rather extravagant and mighty-looking armor and shield, as she dons down and begins to do a mock battle with the chimera, and there's gasps and growls as the lion mouth of the chimera goes to snap down. She grabs the teeth and holds it, sticking her head inside as the audience oohs and ahs at this performance. As the goat head bashes and the legs and feet spin and turn, she defeats the chimera and it limps away as part of the act. And then soon you watch as the lights turn into a crescent moon light, and you hear as Betty spins in nervousness in the center space, a familiar sound that you've heard today. Whoa! As two owlbears enter the scene, bursting forward. And you watch as almost like a dance of the bulls, she toros both the owlbears, and they spin, snapping at her ankles until they're both bested and lie on the ground, and the audience lets out another raucous cheer. But then there comes a rumbling under the earth, a shaking. And Rat, you know this all too well. And Panic. Actually, all of you have seen this creature. Much to your surprise, you watch tunneling up from the earth comes a gray render that snarls in the audience and roars. And you hear some people in the audience go, "What is that thing? I've never seen such a thing."
Oh.
You watch as it snarls and sort of menaces over her, and she begins to, do her act. You watch as it grabs and throws her, but not in a way that actually hurts her, and snarls and spits as she's bested. And for a moment, you think her defeated. As suddenly, you hear a beautiful song begin to fill the space. A beautiful light melody, gentle and soft.
Wait.
The snarling gray render stops and looks up, and so too does Betty, the mighty warrior. And as they begin to rise slowly and make their way to the center stage, the center lifts. The earth and stone, and you can see off to the side the wizards casting stone shape to lift such a space. And you watch as water begins to fall from the ceiling. This cascade of water drops in front, and you see Rob go, "Oh my goodness, it's water." And you watch as the centermost point begins to fill and pool with a beautiful blue and teal water. And as such, you watch as the gray render and Betty arise into the sky and disappear. As you see, swimming through the water, sitting down in a most beautiful form, black fin, beautiful green scales, a Triton woman begin to sing a beautiful melody, accompanied by an assortment of synchronized swimmers in the water. It's a somber, easygoing piece. And Rad, as you're standing there enjoying the music, you feel a hand on your shoulder. As you look over, you see Tavasan say, "When the water drains, it is your turn to perform." Abridged version, 20 minutes, Rat.
You got it.
Center
Showtime.
stage.
I take my
Yeah.
place.
The act is enamoring and beautiful. And as the sirens, quote unquote, swim away, you can't help but feeling with a feeling of lightheartedness. Arlo seems rather enamored by this. He seemed to be very much enjoying it. Scarlet's bored. Scarlet's bored.
Dragon. Panic, when's the dragon coming back?
The fireworks factory.
Don't worry. We can go see the dragon after the show.
Okay.
Plus, it's not done yet. There'll be more excitement soon.
You hear a person next to you, Panic, go, "Shh." As the water begins to drain and the music begins to clear out, the ground becomes hard once more, and you hear echoing footsteps as Victor Quibbles, Rat, enters the center stage.
I descend from above via ribbons that are held kind of wrapped around my arms and legs. And you can see Rat is wearing a very frilly, very poofy outfit with tons of feathers covering every inch of him, and he is covered in very colorful makeup from head to toe that matches with his outfit. And he slowly, gently falls to the stage.
Your
And
feet hit the ground.
and he uses thaumaturgy to enhance his voice a bit. Raise your eyes, your hands, your feet, and spirits. May excitement never loiter. And he casts mirror image. It's 3 copies of him in similar outfits, but slightly different color coordinated. Backup dancers appear. 'Tis I, the rat of the moonlit flat, and the pantaloon destroyer. And the ribbons start to swirl around us as I also cast major image to make a complementing set of colors and ribbons flowing all around us.
You're used to a very raucous reaction. You do get a reaction, but it's not as much as you expected. But knowing this location, magic is a common occurrence here, so it's no surprise. But there is a applause as the lights begin to show up again. And Panic, Scarlet goes, yeah! Scarlet goes, yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
All right, Rat, go ahead and make your first performance check for me.
Oh boy, time to fuck it up. Yeah. Hey.
Nice.
Nice.
23. You have captivated the audience. You can't help. No one hears this, but oh god, my lights are flickering again.
Yeah,
You can't
that
hear
got
this.
me too.
The ringmaster on the edge goes, the kid has some talent. He just needs a little bit of a restraint. And as you continue your performance, go ahead and roll another performance check for me.
Okay. He continues with to kind of hold hands and spin around with his mirror images. A crook, a fool, one who makes you drool. I've even been called a noya. But tonight we fly at the wind of my song. 'Tis a pantaloon destroyer. And
You hear some laughter in the audience.
Oh.
yeah. Come on, here we go. 17.
17. Okay. You captivate them still. They're still enthralled. You guys hear one person go, hey, he's just using mirror image. That's not that impressive. But then you hear another one go, shut up, man. Like there's kind of a general sort of chatter, but it's captivating. The younger audience members definitely really like it and are kind of laughing. All right, third performance check. Let's go.
Okay.
How far away, before he makes it, how far away is he?
From you guys?
Yeah.
I'd say maybe
yeah.
like 50, 60, 40,
Perfect.
50.
I'm gonna cut my hands over my mouth and I go and I scream, "Bring it home, rat!" And I'm gonna give him bardic inspiration.
Okay.
Oh, thank you so much.
That's a D10.
Hell yes. The tone starts to go a little more gentle, and you hear jingly music's accompany. Oh, in the light that shines in brightly blue skies over the hills, I bring you through the thrills and evermore towards. And oh, what a sight that showers those hills like floral blankets. And when we're all done having the best of fun, we can dance with bright shiny swords. And he starts to duel with his mirror images as they dance. And I'll use the bardic inspiration. Hell yeah.
All right, let's go. Third performance check.
Yeah, and I'll use just a papa. That is a 31.
31.
Jeez.
The audience is loving it. It's really fun. It's like a theater play in the middle of the circus performance, and it's something different, and it's kind of breaking up just the pure action, which is really, really engaging, and it has an edge of comedy to it. And people are really enjoying it until you hear a shout. And you hear large footsteps, like a boom, boom, boom. And you're kind of like trying to still perform, Rat, but you can hear shouting. And you see the ringmaster turn back. And you hear a voice go, get back here! Oh, ah! And like the sounds of screams. As you see, bursting from the curtain comes a little construct that you recognize.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
In the form of Log. And like Legend of Zelda, he's holding a giant egg over his head, and you see bursting behind him through the curtain the two creatures of the jousting that you would know this, Rat, as two Tyrannosaurus Rexes, enraged by the theft of their egg, roars into the circus. And I need everyone to roll initiative for me.
You stupid god.
Borky, why are you guys grabbing your... What brings you to show? Don't be dicks.
Oh, a hawk! It seems to. Ah, shit.
You hear everyone go, "Oh, this
Someone
is
has to
really
go first.
good."
It's This is great. I agree. I know him.
20. 7.
All right.
It's a 19.
11.
17.
For the sake of this, the NPCs will not be part of the combat.
Good. Okay.
Oh, but it would have been over so quick if Arlo and I could just one-shot him.
You see immediately Arlo and Zotira immediately attend to the audience members who could be in danger's way. That is, after all, their job is to protect the citizens.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to ride on a dragon like a knight.
Well, sorry.
Did you not hear my joke before? They eat them, dude. Come on.
No,
Wake
man.
up.
Arlo and I are having like some bonding time. Like this would be great.
Alrighty. And then we have Borky. And then we're gonna do Greckles before Rat because he's got the higher dex.
All good.
And then we have Task.
Which is fine, because that actually benefits to my build.
Put Log there, and let me grab my T-Rex stats.
Oh boy.
T-Rex stats. Good.
Let me know when
Well,
you have a moment.
Well, it's
I have a
we're
question.
gonna have
For
to
sure.
scold the
I'm always
god.
having a moment, dude. It's okay.
We're gonna have words with Log after this.
Yes, we are. Look what I found.
I can't wait for him to say the magic word. Borky and Task gave me advice.
Oh, look, there's my friends and also legal guardians. Oh,
Listen,
well,
I
he didn't mention
I
the
told
law.
him how to do it. It's not my fault he didn't take my advice.
Alrighty.
Well, the
I'm
judge
gonna have a
listens.
big
That's the
baby.
question. Mm-hmm.
All right, as combat begins, immediately Log is just like sees you all in the audience and goes, "I made a baby!"
Oh.
Yay! Log shit! Oh shit! I need to get up.
Or more specifically, "I made a baby!" And the T-Rexes just roar. And I'm gonna take us over to our combat map.
Oh.
Assuming you guys have,
Hey,
assuming
Monty.
you guys have jumped in to the fray.
Yeah.
Monty,
Yeah.
do I understand them?
We'll see if they make noise.
Okay.
Rat is right there, and Log has gone.
They are
All right. They are. Here we go.
Oh
boy.
God.
Oh, here we go.
Lord in heaven.
Back off, Microsoft.
I think I found the child.
All right,
Log,
panic.
look,
You are
I've got a baby.
Oh
I will
my
say
God.
this task. I will say this task. They seem very enraged. You don't. I'm gonna say with this, and your experience with other beasts, you probably cannot calm them down.
Without violence.
Okay. Are there any non-magical flames around?
In this space, no. All the lights here are done with dancing lights, unfortunately.
Shit. Fine. Oh, fuck. Well, there goes that plan.
Sorry. Remy, you're up after Panic as well.
Right. Okay. This'll work then. Caster higher level. I can target an additional creature. Okay. Seeing that the situation is well and truly out of hand, I am going to let me check the range on this. 30 feet. Okay. Shucks. I can't reach both of them. I'm just gonna. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to
run up here behind Rat. I'm going to, as a bonus action, summon Catharsis and materialize it in my hands.
All right, you summon a Rat. As you look over, you see Panic summon this obsidian and like almost porcelain guitar. It looks really, really nice.
Focus.
Yep. And I'm just going to hold Catharsis' neck upwards. We're getting ready to strum. I'm going to hold my action to when they're...
Whoa!
Yeah, I got that one
You guys
too.
hear me okay? You guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My lights just flickered super bad, so just a heads up if you disappear.
Fingers crossed.
I'm
Yeah.
checking the stream
Oh,
to make sure
God.
it's
Checking, I'm hearing.
alive.
Whoa!
Yeah, I can hear you, Kerr. We can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, we have a storm rolling through,
If
so.
we drop, you know what
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's fine,
if
it's
we
fine.
lose the stream, guys.
Like we said on the Twitter, we're experiencing some pretty extreme weather, but we're
Yeah.
going to keep going. So I'm holding my action to whenever they are both within 30 feet of me.
Okay, what is your held action?
I am going to cast blindness at third level. At third
Okay.
level.
All right, that ends your turn, Panic.
Yes.
Remy, it is now your turn.
Remy is going to double move to Log.
Okay. Log has a giant egg and up on his, like, above him.
He's going to materialize his shield.
Give me the egg, Log. This is not a joke.
And he's
But
going to try to...
You hear
Now!
Log-
And he's going
you-
to... I'm going to interact with an item. I'm going to take the egg from Log.
Okay, you're gonna have to roll a grapple check because Log is holding on to it.
I told you the right way.
Is that a strength check?
It's gonna be an athletics check.
Okay. It's an 8.
Nope. As you try and grab it, he like brings it away. Goes,
I'm trying to adaption. Well
Log!
endorsed, did it?
The egg now!
And that'll be turn.
okay. It is the T-Rex's turn.
Oh.
Immediately, this one's gonna run over to Log.
All right, it's going off.
All right.
Vavoom, vavoom. They both need to make charisma saving throws.
Charisma.
Yep.
Interestingly enough, their charisma is not the worst it could be.
They have feathers.
So cool.
The one in front of Remy rolled a 15, so that's a failure.
Failure. He's blind.
And the other one rolled a natural 19 -1, which is an 18. So this one is not
He
blind.
just beat it.
Ooh.
Well, he's still... One of them is still blind.
All right, so the one...
For 1 minute.
All right. So, first
Oh, I'm
attack-
sorry. It was Constitution saving throws they should have made.
Oh, okay.
I don't know where I got charisma from.
Because they both start
Yeah.
with seeing your brain substituted. It's fine.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna re-roll then. So first one, natural 20 for the first one.
Okay.
Second one, natural 19 again. I'm so sorry.
Well, that's fine. I
Thank you,
tried.
Die Hard Dice. It's nice to have a moment to be successful sometimes.
Oh boy.
Really wishing I hadn't not
This is what you get for telling the truth.
Sorry, Connor. All right. The first T-Rex is going to attack Log, and Task. You hear my baby in this really, really angry, thunderous voice. This is clearly the mother. That is absolutely going to hit Log. And you watch as Log is like standing there, and he's like, "It's my bit." And you watch as Log is just grabbed and swallowed.
Wait, where's the egg?
The egg drops on the ground.
Oh, great.
As like Log is like, "Hey, that," he just disappears inside of the gullet.
You deserve it.
I'm so scared that he's gonna come
deserve
charging
it.
out of the gut of this creature.
It's possible.
The other, and by the way, after it's done eating Log, seeing the closest threat that its partner is not dealing with, Rat, you feel a set of eyes upon you.
Oh.
As it finishes its movement and charges towards you and sweeps with its tail.
No, down.
That is going to be a 21 to hit.
So, although that obviously hits anything I could possibly do, I have a question. Because I'm in my performance attire, how does that affect my AC?
It's just it doesn't.
Also,
affect
wait,
me.
you
It's
had
your-
mirror image up. Don't they have to roll against that?
Yeah, they do.
Wait a minute. Yes, they do.
They sure do.
Good.
So I think
So
it's
that-
you got to roll above an 8. Is that how Greckles? Is that
Let's
similar?
see. I'm just gonna throw it in here because I
there
don't
you go.
rightly remember.
So you got to roll an 8 or
So-
higher.
You got to roll 8 or higher on
Okay.
a d20. So
Oh,
go ahead and roll
okay, okay.
d20.
Yeah.
Oh,
no.
Fortunate.
Fuck you, roll 20.
Well, fortunately, is not concentration, as I've come to learn.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not. Nice.
Nope.
All right. What's the damage?
I would have. Oh yeah, here we go. 1 second. That is
Yeah.
going to be. Sorry, 1 second. It's going to be 21 points of bludgeoning damage as the Tyrannosaurus Rex slams you with its tail and you skid across the ground. And as you skid, you're like reeling from the pain. The audience goes, "Yeah!" Like the audience is loving it. They don't think anything's wrong.
Yes, all part of the performance.
And blood just sprays out. Oh god. Remy, it is now your turn. This creature is actually going to move over here between you, and they're trying to protect the egg.
So I'm next to the egg, right? It dropped next to me. Because that's where
Hmm?
Log was standing.
How is it Remy's turn again?
It's
No,
not.
I
It's
think-
the T-Rex's turn. They're moving. There's another
They're moving.
T-Rex.
She's saying it's interacting with me.
Yeah. So it doesn't leave your threat space, so no attack of
Okay.
opportunity.
That's
It's going to take a bite attack against Victor.
Oh god.
Welcome back, Joe Cat. Thanks for being with us there.
I love it.
That's going to be a 22 to hit you.
Yeah.
I need more dice.
Does it look? Does it look like because Remy didn't make a threatening motion towards them, that's why they passed him up?
They don't care.
Okay. Wait.
They're blinded with rage right now.
Got it.
So the mirror image doesn't end when I
Oh,
get
you need to
hit,
roll that
right?
again. You got
So
hit.
yes, yes,
so
yes.
roll that again.
Here we go, please.
Above an 8.
Oh my god!
Ah! 4 again!
Ah, but where am I? Where am I? Oh god.
Mark, get in
Oh.
here, grab your dice.
Yeah, Mark, could you take the dice, please? They're using your dice by accident.
Okay, not a terrible roll. Actually, this is actually pretty bad.
He's just
Roll
laughing
more
at you.
damage. You take 27. You take 27 points of piercing damage, rat, and you are now grappled inside of the mouth of the T-Rex as it shakes you around like a dog toy, and the audience is like, "Yeah!"
Not only am I grappled and in its mouth, I am knocked unconscious.
Oh wow! All right.
Wow.
No.
And it is going to take its tail attack against you, Remy.
Great.
Another 22.
I am going to parry and it will miss.
All right, you parry it away as you see
Thank you,
Rat's
Ring of
unconscious
Protection.
body currently swaying. You rolled up health, right, Joe?
I did, yes.
Okay,
Rat,
wow, you're-
unfortunately, has bad con.
That's right. That's his dump stat. I forgot. All right. That brings us to Borky. Is now your turn. You see that Rat is unconscious, and there are 2 T-Rexes that seem very, very
Ground or
angry.
in its stomach?
Oh, it's in his mouth. Log got swallowed whole, but Rat is just in his mouth at the moment.
I'm being thrown around like a ragdoll chew toy in a puppy's mouth.
No.
Ah! Borky's gonna go into a rage and just burst, just run. Thank God I have the extra 10. Borky with Ronval head high. Ah! Like a blur. Ha ha!
All right.
And Borky swings with
That's your
Ronval.
That's your bonus action to rage. Your action.
Yeah, I'm gonna be going. Here we go. And Borky's gonna. I'm not gonna go recklessly, but Borky's gonna swing with Ronval twice on the one that is taking a bite at a rat.
All right.
Ah, 14.
That hits. They're a big, meaty target. They don't have very good armor.
Bonk. 13
That's
plus.
That's 16
Crispy.
points of damage.
Flourish. 26.
26. That hits.
And an extra
That's-
14.
14 points of damage. Very nice. As you slash into these guys, and they just get angrier and angrier. That ends your turn, Borky?
Yeah, I got their attention.
All right, that brings us to Log, who is in a stomach.
Log's loading.
Moron.
Greckles, it is now your turn.
Good. Did we ever discern whether or not activating our aspects was a free or a bonus action?
It's a free action.
All right.
To do.
So, Greckles will gently whisper himself,
Kai, give me wings. We have to save my friend.
Understood, understand. I'm here to follow your plan.
let's see here.
Porcelain wings burst out from your back.
I am going to zip over to Rat. In whatever altitude I need to be, grab his arm, and then using the what was it called? The Cape of Mountain Back. I'm going to dimension door him out of that mouth and drag him. You know what? I'm going to drag him behind Task.
All right.
Reappear right behind Task.
You and Rat teleport out, and you are no longer in the jaws, but you are still unconscious, Rat.
Also, Monty, question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Just so I know, because they're blinded, do they have disadvantage to hit us, or
They were not blinded. They made their saving throws,
they made their saves.
unfortunately.
Got it.
Yeah, it was Constitution, so.
And then that is all I can do for turn.
All right. That was your, because it was your action to cast a spell. Rat, it is now your turn. You need to make a death saving throw.
Death saves, here we go.
Welcome back to being a guest.
Hooray! Man, it's just like I never stopped playing.
That's 3 4s in a row. What?
It is.
You're
That's
Mark!
yeah. 3 4s in a row. Look at that. Can't we make it a fourth?
Take your dice back.
All right, Rat, that is a failure. Task, it is now your turn. Rat is bleeding out next to you.
All right, well, bonus action, fucking down a regular healing potion in his mouth.
All right, 2d4 plus 5 if it's a willow potion.
It is.
2d4.
Nice.
That's good. That's
11.
good.
11.
That's 11. Rat, you wake up and you are now conscious, but you are prone.
Okay.
Wake up, samurai.
All right.
Wait, why am I in this campaign?
Rat, as you look up, Task is standing there, and he looks down at you. Don't you go down on us yet. You still got a performance to do. As he holds his hand out, you watch as this porcelain bow materializes into his fist, and he looks over to the T-Rexes and speaks in Draconic. This is all going to be in Draconic, by the way. Eos, they're big targets. We need to slow them.
I have your back. Which you can only slow one target. Which one do you want to try and hit?
No, it's up to 6 creatures of your choice in a 40-foot cube.
Oh, that's right. You were absolutely correct. What's the saving throw?
17 versus dexterity.
Dexterity. They're not very dexterous. That's a 6 on the first one. Oh god. And the other one is a 17.
Oh wait, I'm so sorry. I read that wrong. I'm looking at it wrong. It's wisdom.
Oh, it's wisdom.
Yes.
The other one's gonna fail. The other one would get an 18 then.
I just fucking makes it.
All right, but this one is slowed.
Yep. So target must succeed a wisdom saving throw or be affected by the spell. An affected target's speed is halved, and it takes -2 penalty to AC and dexterity saving throws, and cannot use reactions.
What's the penalty to AC?
-2.
-2. Ooh.
On its turn, it can either use an action or a bonus action, not both, regardless if the creature has magical abilities or not.
All right. Does that affect multi-attack?
Let's see. It can't make more than 1 melee or ranged attack during its turn. If the creature attempts to cast a spell with the casting time of 1 action, it must roll a d20. On an 11 or higher, the spell does not take effect until the creature's next turn.
All right. Well, if the Tyrannosaurus Rexes can cast spells, y'all are fucked. So I think we're good.
The creature affected by the spell must make another wisdom saving throw on the end of its turn. On success, the effect ends.
All right. Well, Dad has been slowed. Mom has not been slowed. So.
But I'm not done yet.
Yeah.
Because that was bonus action just to get a potion into Rat. Rat, you watch as as Task doesn't pull from a quiver, like he actually doesn't actively have a quiver. Instead, you watch as an arrow materializes inside the string, and Task grabs it as if it was completely solid, and fly through in between them. And I'm going to aim for right here because I have multi-attack and volley.
All right, that's right. You have volley now.
You can use your action to make a ranged attack against any number of creatures within 10 feet of a point that you can see within your weapon's range. You must have ammunition for each target, as normal. And since all my shit's fucking infinite and magical, let's fucking go.
Nice.
All right.
He's a sharpshooter, baby.
So 2 shots. Or 1 shot, and they'll hit both of them.
1 shot hits both.
Here we go.
All right.
Nice.
Go ahead and shoot.
23.
Nice. That hits. Go and roll damage.
So 6. None of them took damage yet.
The one on the left has from Borky.
Colossus Slayer.
Yeah.
Another 2.
All right.
But that's only 1 arrow.
Multi-attack, second shot.
I get 2.
Twice.
26.
That absolutely hits.
And now the other one will take Colossus Slayer. So 7. And then the
points
other
of
Colossus Slayer damage for the other one is 6.
Nice.
Nice, Zito.
That's a spicy meatball. They are riddled with arrows. And you see currently the ringmaster goes, "Oh, try not to kill them, please."
Yes, perhaps too much of a striking performance there. Although a very good performance, your form.
The audience is like loving it.
That is turn.
All right, that brings us top of the turn order. Panic, it is now your turn.
Okay. Well, it looks like Borky and Remy have this handled.
Just fighting a T-Rex. He got that. They got that. All right. Turn away from a fight and fall.
I'm just trying to make sure of something here real quick.
Woo!
What is
Frederick,
this?
where are you, bud?
Hope you're having a good time, Joe
Okay.
Cat. Sorry you got
I am
eaten.
loving this. No, it's great.
Okay.
I could think of no more suiting encounter.
I'm sorry. I was looking through all my stuff. Is Borky raging right now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, great. In that case, I'm going to. Yeah, I'll step back a little bit. Each creature in a 30-foot area. Okay. I'm going to take a couple steps back. And I'm going to cast this in a way that it will catch both T-Rexes and Borky, but not me or Remy.
Unfortunately, I can only have physical damage.
Don't worry.
Hey, no worries.
So I hold up my Ring of Spell Storing,
Okay.
and I cast from its hypnotic pattern.
Oh shit. Okay.
Good spell. Good
So
spell.
every creature in a 30-foot cube needs to make a Wisdom saving throw. I think except Borky because of mindless rage.
It is a charm.
It is
It
a
is a
charm.
charm.
So,
It is a charm, so that-
yeah,
You
you're
can't
fine.
be
You're
charmed or
unaffected.
fighting while you're raising.
All right.
Beautiful. I'm not at that point now where I get that. Yeah. Well, nice.
You've
Nice,
been
nice,
at that
Nat-
point.
Natural 20 for Dad.
God damn it.
Dad.
And Mom rolled. It's Wisdom, you said?
Wisdom.
Mom rolled a 15.
Great. She is currently charmed.
Okay.
And she is incapacitated and has a speed of 0
Okay.
for 1 minute.
So you watch as she's like eyeballing towards you, running away, Panic. Like the eyes just kind of turn. You see as suddenly they glaze over and she kind of sways a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it sort of looks like this this sort of dark, fiery, sort of yellowish red lightning that sort of arcs across the sky in a St. Elmo's fire type of way, and it dazzles her.
Yeah, she's
And
totally
the audience.
You say that, I'm the DM. The audience boos just because you said no. They're impressed. They're impressed. They're like, oh.
And as a bonus action, I will. Okay. Yeah, I'll just get all of you. Everybody gains 11 temporary hit points.
Thank you.
Rat?
And you can use your reactions to move up to your speed.
Sick.
And I
So,
used
Rat,
to get up.
You can use it to get up, and you can move 15 feet if you wish.
Okay. I'm safe here. Actually, you know what? I'll hide behind the pillar, like over here.
Okay.
All right, that's gonna be my turn.
You hear a voice in the audience go, "That's Panic! I know him!" As Scarlet's like pointing you out to the crowd.
Yeah, I like throw up the horns with my hands. Okay, that's turn.
All right, Remy, it is now your turn.
Remy is going to grab the egg next to him.
Okay. You have it. It's big. It's a very large
That's
thing. So
fine.
you can only one hand whatever weapon you're using.
He only
at
has
this
his
point.
shield out.
Okay, so you only have your shield out. Perfect.
So he is then going to move all the way back here.
Okay. Dad can't take reactions, and Mom is incapacitated, so
Correct.
they can do nothing.
Remy is gonna put down the egg.
Okay.
He is then going to move over here with a double move.
Okay.
And he's gonna call out the Task. Task, tell them their child is safe and to turn around.
You lost your mind? Fine, I'll try.
All right, that ends your turn, Remy.
That ends my turn.
All right, so Mom is incapacitated for how long?
A minute.
A minute. Okay, and there's no repeating on the saving throw?
I don't believe so.
I double check.
The spell for an affected creature, if it takes any damage or if someone else uses an action to shake the creature out of its stupor. No,
Gotcha.
it is incapacitated for a minute until either of those things happen.
Okay, gotcha. Dad, though, is slowed, but is still angry, and he's going to attack Borky.
Uh-oh.
Oh my god, 28.
That does hit Borky.
All right. I need more D12s. Dude, T-Rexes are no joke.
No, they're
Yeah.
not.
No.
No, they're not.
Does not seem so.
Ooh. Thank God you're raging. 3.
Wow.
You take 37 points of piercing damage. Oh wait, plus 7, so that's 44 points of piercing damage. Cut down in half to 22, and you are now considered grappled and restrained.
Oh, excellent. Thanks for the temp HP! Guys, I have 101 health officially for the first time ever.
Nice.
First time! Yeah!
Egg salad.
Borky is now in the mouth of Slow Dad, who cannot take any other actions, but is going to attempt to break free of the slow, which was a wisdom save, correct?
Yes.
Yes, it's a wisdom. Oh, no, sorry.
Nope, 3. He's still slowed.
Yep.
And he's like slowly chewing on Borky.
Jesus Christ.
How horrifying.
Borky, you are currently restrained, which means just to check that.
I can break these locks.
Can't break the flood.
Oh!
A restrained creature's speed becomes 0, and it cannot benefit from any bonus to its speed. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage. And you also have disadvantage on all saving throws, or dexterity saving throws, sorry, specifically. So, it is now your turn. You can attempt to try to escape as well, but that will take your action to do so.
Okay, I'm gonna take my action and try and escape immediately.
All right, roll an athletics check for me.
This. Come on, I can break. This is not the first time I've tangled with one of these giant lizards. 13.
Wait,
Nope,
don't you have
20 advantage.
you're
20,
Okay.
20 advantage on strength text. Oh my god.
You need above
20.
a 17. Easy enough. You watch as Borky grabs the bottom part of the T-Rex's mouth and presses his feet to the bottom jaw and like opens up the mouth, and the audience goes nuts as he jumps out and lands on the ground, and the T-Rex
Borky,
mouth
no!
slowly slams down shut. That is your action.
Yes. Am I able to get away from it, or it's just my
You can
actions
move if
take-
you want to. Yeah.
I don't think I should. I mean, if I will take an attack of opportunity if I walk away from it.
No, it's slowed. It can't take reactions.
And I'm gonna slide back and like right in front of my boy Grex. Hey, Grex, that was crazy. The show's great. Didn't know we were involved, but it's good for authentic experiences.
All right. It is now Log's turn. Because the T-Rex is incapacitated, you see a little glowing yellow light of eyes peering out between the T-Rex's teeth. Oh God, Nemesis, no. He fell off of the shelf. And as he peeks towards Greckles and Borky, you hear him go, "I'm in mouth jail!"
Oh my God!
He is though. He is.
That
You
is Log's
deserve
turn.
it.
Greckles, it is now your turn.
So this kind of changed what I was gonna do. Shoot, because I can't sneak on him.
Dad does got penalties.
Yeah, I know, but I'm not gonna do any damage to him. It's not gonna matter. So I will do this. Sorry, there's a knock at my door. Rat, you're gonna see Greckles, who has these massive porcelain, almost glowing wings. Take up to. Let's see here. I'm gonna take to the sky 30 feet out and then 30 feet straight up.
Okay.
Gosh, that's all. Yeah, because I can't ready an action at all because I'd already moved.
Wait, what?
You can ready an action
You
after
can ready an
you
action
move.
after you
Okay,
move.
okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't sure about that. I'm going to ready then Fog Cloud if the two Tyrannosaurs turn and charge to attack my allies.
Okay.
So I'm going to be here, but technically 60 or 30 feet up.
Yeah, you're up in the air. You can actually see currently on the catwalk above are wizards running, going, "What do we do?" I was like, "I don't know. I just had these spells prepared." They're trying to like figure out what to do to help.
Gotcha.
That brings us to Rat. It is now your turn.
All right, I am gonna cast Arcane Hand, which is a giant. Don't worry about all that text. It's basically a large mage hand with an insane amount of strength. So I'm just gonna draw a hand on the screen.
Okay.
Right there.
Nice.
And so it's going to go and try to grapple the T-Rex. And Rat just steps up. "Down, Antoine! Bad bird!"
All right.
And-
Is there disadvantage on that because of slow task?
Yes, they have disadvantage on dexterity saving throws.
This is a strength saving throw, I believe, correct?
This is whatever. It's a grapple check. So.
Oh, it's a grapple check. Okay.
It's a penalty. Oh, I'm sorry. Wait. I'm getting that completely wrong because someone will bitch at me on the comments. It's a -2 penalty to AC and dexterity saving throws.
Okay.
Okay.
So this is a athletics check against your spell.
Yep. My spell's athletics check because Arcane Hand has its own strength stat.
Awesome. All right.
Down, boy. You're being very bad. Oh, that's not very good.
Tie.
17. Ooh. What do we do in a tie?
Attacker wins, right?
I rolled a 10 plus its strength, which is a +7, which means aggressor wins. That's how we run it. So aggressor wins. So you're grappling it now with a
All
hand.
right, it is grappled, and with my bonus action, I'm going to inspire the friend who helped me out. Task. You wonderful little creature, you. Thank you for bringing me up. Now perhaps you could bring these creatures down. Yes, and you will be inspired.
Oh, very yes.
Perhaps in a safe manner. They are very precious to us, and that will be my turn.
All right, that ends your turn. That brings us around to Task. It is now your turn. You see as the one slowed Tyrannosaurus Rex is like walking in place as the hand is holding its tail at bay, as it's like slowly You ever see animations where something is walking but it doesn't move? It's
Oh
like
my
doing
God,
that right
yeah.
now towards you guys, and it's like
it's terrifyingly coming at us.
Mom is just like looking at the floor and looks like she's on anesthetic. She's like, ooh,
I have a question, Monty.
yes.
Can attack spells be counted as subdue?
I'll allow it.
Oh, thank God.
Good, because that actually like saves my action then. I actually need to be. Let me double check my spacing because I actually need to be within 60 feet of these guys. I can be and not hit Greckles if I stand right there.
Well, I'm also high up in the air, too.
He's in the air, so you don't have to worry about
Oh,
him.
okay, sick. Then I could just be right here then.
Yeah, I'm 60 feet up, so... Or 30 feet up.
I stand right there. An arrow appears. An arrow appears within the bow. However, it starts splitting into more until it turns into a cluster of like 6 or 7. All the arrows light up, and they take a weird obsidian ball-like form. And Task lets loose of the arrow. I cast Conjure Barrage.
Okay.
Conjure Barrage is a new spell I have obtained.
Yeah.
Sick.
You throw a non-magical weapon or fire a piece of non-magical ammunition into the air and create a cone of identical weapons that shoot forth and then disappear. Each creature must succeed a dexterity saving throw, and the creature that fails takes 3d8 on the save, half as much on a successful one.
So, what happens to our incapacitated friend?
I'm assuming they automatically fail, but when they get hit,
It does not say so. They can't take actions or reactions, is what it says. So they're still going to make a saving throw to avoid being hurt. It's dexterity, you said?
Yep.
8. Mom fails. Dad has disadvantage.
Oh, Dad got a
Dad rolled 2 7s and also fails.
That's just lucky number 14. All right, so that is 3d8 to the both of them.
All right, go ahead and roll damage.
3d8 bludgeoning. They both take 16 points of damage, non-lethal.
Yeah.
All
Just trying to bonk them.
Yep, just trying to put them to sleep. And
It's more like a bunch of like pellets that kind of fly out like cannonballs.
As a free action, Task will say in a kind of threatening manner, "Your child is safe. Stop this now, or we'll put you down the hard way."
All right, because you're wearing that amulet, you can either make a persuasion check or an intimidation check of your choice.
And you are inspired.
Yes,
You are inspired, yes.
Thank God, because my intimidation. I have seldom used this. I am proficient in intimidation, and I have a +5 to it. So let's
Nice.
do
Oh
that.
my god.
I have seldom used this ability. Let's go. 17.
Roll
gonna-
inspiration.
Let's add that inspiration. What do I roll?
A D10.
D10. Oh, a 10. I'm just right
yeah,
there.
it was close.
19.
Close.
As this small kobold runs around and the audience is cheering, your voice cuts through the crowd, Task, as you yell at these Tyrannosaurus Rexes. And as one of them is like looking to snap you all up, they kind of with this sort of subdual. That one's being held down, the other one is completely incapacitated. They both seem to settle and slow down and stop. And you watch as running out from the curtains comes a bunch of handlers who come over and manage to leash and collar the beasts
Let me
and grab the egg. And with that,
Let me
go ahead.
let me flourish this. I want to at least get my fucking fire emblem flourish at the end here. Taz fucking like just throws his arm out to the side, snaps his finger, and the bow dissipates in his hand, and he turns to the side looking away.
nice. And with that, combat has come to a close. And the audience lets out a disappointed "aww" as it ends.
I just look at everyone and I just kind of like, just like a gesture to come get close.
Oh, I know what you're doing. Yeah.
Very
I will
well.
fly my way over.
And I, take hands to either side of me, I guess whoever's closest, and just
Remy,
kind
you
of like,
joining in?
Remy?
Sliding. Hold on.
And
Hey, big guy.
hold the side's hands upwards, and then a bow.
Yay! The audience cheers. And as you guys hear the raucous applause, you do hear, I'm just going to take us back to the starting screen. You do hear, muffled away.
I'm still in mouth jail!
I was gonna say,
Someone take that child, that strange-looking child, out of mouth jail,
No,
please.
let's leave him in there.
Borky turns to Rat. Hey, awesome show. Quick note, though. I think we should have known about the show before you had us involved.
Oh. Yes, perhaps I can bring you along and inform you next time.
Actually, I definitely would have liked to do something more with the T-Rex.
Task will actually
next
move
time,
over.
friend. Perhaps next time.
Task will move over to Mom T-Rex. And I talk to her in not a demanding but a very stern voice. Head down, open your mouth. You have something of mine.
She just snaps over the mouth and Log just onto the ground.
I grab Log by the back, like if he had
Log,
scruff,
as Log like lifts up, he goes,
I was born!
I grab him by the back of his shirt and I drag him over to everyone.
He's wet. He's got like gross spit and like stomach goop on him as he drags him over.
And you think this phase is Task of all people.
I'm just giving some flavor to it.
Imagine how confused the crowd would be if they didn't see him get eaten.
Can I make a statement?
Yeah.
Sure.
Mark is wearing a shirt that has basically a parody of the Jurassic Park logo, and it just, instead of Jurassic Park, it says "How ridiculous," and he could not have worn a more appropriate shirt with a T-Rex on it for this freaking episode.
So,
Also, take your dice back.
Is this your child?
well,
He's technically our tavern priest.
I'm 3 years old!
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh. Well then.
Have you seen Log? I don't know if you've seen Log.
Rat has not met Log.
No.
I know who Log is.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Perhaps it best we move him off stage then. Come along.
Probably.
Our show, our performance has been completed as far as we know. Perhaps,
You watch us scrambling out to the centermost part. You see your good boss Tavas and go, and with that wonderful performance, you see him like sweating hot under the collar.
I
He
give
goes,
him like a hand signal and start to
Where?
escort my friends off the stage.
We hope you enjoy this impromptu intermission. As he turns towards you, like, holy shit, like, oh. And you hear people go, oh, okay, and they all kind of begin to disperse and make their way out. As you can see, the staff are just all exchanging these really nervous looks, like stagehands that know something went terribly wrong, but they're like, okay, no one noticed, great.
Log.
Hi!
I grab him and I force him to like look at me.
Okay, you do so.
When I explain to you the idea of adoption, you don't go and steal children who are already under the care of someone else.
Hold on. Oh, Task, in all fairness, Log, was there anyone there at the nest?
Yeah!
Okay, then that's on you, Log. That one's really on you.
You're talking, Log.
Uh-huh.
You're talking to someone who is kind of in the same boat as you just pulled. I was taken away from my folks, and I did the same to others. It is not a good feeling.
How do I actually adopt them?
You find an adoption center and talk to someone to actually get it done.
Okay, can you show me that?
When this is all said and done, I suppose so.
Okay, well not me, my friend.
Your friend.
They want the baby. They want to make a baby.
Who is your friend, by the way? I don't think we've ever really got a...
I believe you got a construct.
Yeah, we got a construct. We don't know what.
But we don't know like who.
We don't know who they are. The whole deal.
Construct 116.
Do they
Alright.
have a nickname?
I don't think they do.
Construct
Not yet.
116, you said?
Yeah.
we can discuss this with them back at the tavern. You will bring them, and we will try to explain everything to you.
Okay.
Also,
Now-
Log, you owe these people an apology.
Log looks up towards you, Victor, and goes,
I'm sorry I tried to steal a baby.
Victor he just sighs and he just has sweat down his brow. Well, at least you apologized and you understand what you did wrong, and hopefully you can learn from this.
Still,
Here.
You watch as Log walks
Easy
over.
to pocket the baby.
Greckle sweats.
Yeah, I was gonna say Greckle, you should be sweating bullets right now.
Oh, it's bad.
As you kind of nod your head and you're looking very, very injured, Log walks over and puts a hand on your chest and goes,
By the power of Oriara, I heal thee of thy broken gears.
and you are healed for 70 hit points as
What the
Log casts
fuck?
heal.
Holy
You die.
Remember-
You overheal, you die.
It's too much.
Like attaches like shrugs. Oh, yeah.
I
he
mean,
does that.
I'm not kidding when that's almost twice my HP. So
Yeah,
In
Log,
3-5,
Log
in
is the
3-5,
fleet.
that kills you.
Oh fuck. Oh,
Right,
I'm like Rat's eyes go bright like he just got a shot of espresso.
Log
Praise
is a very-
Oriara.
You watch as Log just begins to, like, with his little jaunty little walk, runs off.
Yeah, you best get out of here
praise-
quickly.
Oriara. I don't think I want to know. For once.
It's a long story anyway.
You know what? I think I've had enough stories for now.
What do
You
mean?
hear some rustling, and
I'm
as
not
the,
sure we didn't tell you about the time.
you watch as the place clears out a bit, and your guys' guests kind of walk over, and Scarlet was like, "You were the best!" to you, Panic.
Yep, sure was.
But you didn't get eaten, so it would have been cooler if you got eaten.
Gotcha. I'll take notes for next time.
Okay.
Scarlet, you guys can't try that though, Scarlet, before you really.
I want to be like that beast lady and train beasts. Robin
Rat.
walks up to you, Greckle, and goes,
Greckles.
Sorry about that, Robin. He just kind of like he tries to tuck his wings back in a little bit.
You can fly?
Yeah, it's something I picked up in our last adventure.
Oh, wow. That's really cool. Goodness.
Yeah, it is really cool, and just kind of flutters a little bit.
Remy, as you're kind of standing there, Arlo walks up next to you. Kind of, not bad, old man.
Remy's just gonna smile.
Old man.
He's kind of doing that teenager thing where he's like kind of like, you know, moving a bit and like cocking his head away and just kind of like looking back towards you on occasion, just like making sure that you're looking at him.
Oh, he's fucking Kazuya stancing it from Tekken 1
Yeah,
right now.
Yeah.
Remy's just gonna smile because he knows for Arlo that's a big step.
Task, you hear footsteps behind you as he's at the door going, are you all right?
Hi, I'm doing fine. Thank you for escorting as many people out as possible.
I heard there was an emergency, and you hear a voice boom and run in, and you see the humanoid form of the copper dragon, known as Hofiba, which actually at this point, Task, you realize means the fool or jester, essentially is Draconic.
Yep,
is what his name is. He runs in, and immediately you see Zotira like stiffen, and he just goes, "Oh, Rat, you got it handled. Good." He's out of his makeup. He very handsome man. He's got like, it's weird. His hair and his skin color almost match. They're kind of like, you know, sort of the hair is kind of like a coppery color, and the eyes are this vibrant blue that just like cut through everything. And he's wearing pretty nice, colorful clothing, specifically a very colorful, like deep royal purple cloak that he runs up to. And he seems like he's kind of in his like leisure wear as his act is finished.
Yes, and no small thanks to these lot. That was some quick thinking.
I came as quickly as I could. In my draconic form, I could have probably taken 12 T-Rexes.
Aye.
No.
So Tyr here could have done so as well, I say out loud.
Yes, I could have. Definitely.
Interesting. I believe Arlo could have taken 13.
Yeah, 14 on a good day.
Yes, they're all very impressive, aren't they? Like, and he says with genuine a smile on his face at his friends.
You watch as Otira kind of looks up towards Hofiba and goes, I'm Sotira, by the way. And he kind of goes, oh, Silver Dragon, I should have noticed. Nice to meet you. And they kind of exchange like a quick greeting, and you can see that she's very much like, toe to the ground, playing with her hair with her finger a little bit, talking to him on the side.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit.
You guys.
Okay, I'm gonna do something real fucking dumb here, Monty.
Okay.
I want to have Task accidentally pretend like he stepped on something in the ring and tripped him, so he knocks her into him.
Okay, go ahead and do a sleight of hand.
Please.
Oh boy, here we go.
Please.
Should be good at that.
I should. You would think that, right?
Oh,
for
no.
fuck's sake. An 8.
He's a dragon. You like fall into his ankle as they're having a conversation. He goes, oh, have you had too much cider, my friend? And he goes over and like picks you up by kind of your scruff and like resets you on your feet.
Oh, I was meaning to push her, not him.
Oh, her. Yeah, actually, it fucking works. Yes!
Awesome.
As he's kind of talking, he goes, yes, I've been doing this for about 109 years, and and like you push her, and she goes, ah, and she full on trips, and you know what? Just for fun,
Oh.
roll a high or a low.
I'm sorry, what?
Let's go low.
Okay. Natural 1.
Wow. For once, it actually worked.
My Celestial Archon dice has been has gone on a huge emotional journey tonight. It's rolled 20s and 1s and all kinds of crazy shit. As you bump into Zotira, she falls into him, and it pulls an Oran High School host club as she fucking kisses him on the mouth by accident.
Oh, no.
my God.
And she pushes away, and he goes, my apologies. And she turns around, turns into a dragon, and flies off.
Oh, sorry. I don't know what came over me. I must have tripped on something that got barred on the floor when the fight was happening.
Arlo is just chuckling under his breath for the first
So
fucking
is
time.
Remy.
Clay runs over and just seems so scared. He runs over to you and immediately like cups your face in his hands.
Oh, I imagine it's like the Looney Tunes dog and the kitten.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And he looks at you and he looks like he's almost ready to cry.
Oh, Clay, you're all right.
He grabs, he puts his hand on the back of your head and just pulls you right into his chest and just hugs you really tightly.
Booba.
Okay, man.
Happy Pride Month, everybody.
Yeah, happy Pride Month, everyone.
Happy Pride Month. He just wraps his arms around his chest.
And immediately he kind of pulls you back and goes, "Don't do that!" He shakes you slightly.
It wasn't exactly voluntary, dear.
I'm going to lose years off of my life with you.
Oh, but I love you all the same. And it just gives him a smooch on the nose.
Look on the bright side, Rat. Now you have something else to say in your show.
Oh, what's that?
Oh, Beastmaster over Tyrannosauruses.
Oh my goodness! He pulls out his notebook and adds it to what you can clearly see is like a list of titles under his name.
I think the actual Beastmaster might take offense to that.
No. Just put like some sort of subtitle, like in training or first class or something.
Oh, it's my first day.
So, with this, the intermission ends. You enjoy the rest of the festivities, the Strong Men Act, and the various other performances, a wizard light show that captivates your attention. But eventually the night comes to a close as you all leave the loud and busy, and at this point Scarlet has passed out, like she's asleep on your shoulders. You're kind of piggybacking her panic.
Yeah, I'll take her back to Starlight's whenever I get
as you guys are walking back to the streets, knowing that the following day the Moonkite Circus will depart. What will you say to Rat?
Well, Rat, I'd say that was one more adventure to put under your belt.
Absolutely. And means so much that you all came, and not only came, but brought others. It means a lot. It really does. And it's so nice to see you again.
Speaking of others, I kind of like motion for Rat to bow down.
Oh. And he plays along. Yes. Your Highness.
I mutter into his ear Zotira's feelings. And I hand him a slip of paper with the sweet dragon's address and talisman for writing, so maybe something can happen.
You see Rat like put like a hand up to like an O shape to his mouth, and then the hand changes to a single finger that goes over his lips, and he smiles.
I nod and I pat him on the shoulder. It was nice seeing you again.
Of course, my friend.
Borky is gonna run and give him a big hug. Come here, Rat.
Always nice to see you, Borky.
I didn't even get a chance to tell you yet. I have a cheesery. I milk all sorts of animals. You're allowed to have all the cheese you want, right? I even milk rats. Yeah, howdy.
Rat milk.
Love seeing you, man.
Oh God, I'll have to definitely try that. Yes, I will. Oh,
yeah, I miss you, man.
Good.
It's good seeing you.
Just pats Borky on his firm muscles. Yes, good.
Right, do I take him with me or do I put him down?
I would like to be put down, please.
I think the ringmaster would have a fit if you took him.
And Panic. Oh dear, Panic. You one-upped me again, but I'll have to pick up my own performance.
I enjoy a little bit of competition every now and again, but you're no slouch yourself, buddy.
Oh.
You been back to Tricadia in a while?
No, I haven't.
Curiosity?
I've learned to let that place go. I can't say it made me happy, and thinking back on it does not bring good memories, and...
Probably for the best, then.
Yes.
All right, just curious. Well, at least you get to travel around and see all sorts of new places now.
Yes. As do you, I'm sure.
I've been kind of thinking about doing that myself pretty soon here.
Well, if mayhap one day your life of travel ever wears you down and you would like to try a different flavor, there's always space in the Moonkite Circus.
Don't think the circus life is for me. But if I'm ever desperate, I'll consider it. I'll just give him a playful little punch on the shoulder. It's not at all hard. I have -1 strength.
Rat just gives him a hug. Just goes in.
Oh, yep. Okay, we're doing this one. I hug him back.
Oh. And I go to Remy, and of course, very nice to meet you as well, and you, good sir. And he gives a fists to the chest salute to Arlo. I hope our show was to your liking.
Yeah, it was all right for mortal nonsense. I'm going home. He's like walks away.
Wow.
Right.
That's the best you're gonna get, Rat.
Rat, you'll notice Remy kind of his posture sinks a little bit at that, but tries to perk back up.
Just puts a hand on his shoulder. You're doing your best.
Yes. Sorry, Rat. I'm terrible at these things.
What was it you said, Panic? On a scale of 1 to 5, I'd barely register.
Exactly.
I wanted to thank you for the performance, Rat. Victor, Rat, I don't know. Anyway, it is refreshing to see someone so true to themselves. It's more than just a performance. The world is your stage, and yet you make the stage a world of entertainment for anyone who can view it, and it's nice to see, for a change.
Well, of course. We must express ourselves. If we don't, it can be constricting. I should know. P.S. I am glad you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you again as well.
Yes, if you're ever in Alivast.
Oh, I hope to. And you can see Rat. He just kind of rubs his eye a little bit and puts his hat back on. Well, I'm sure the stage needs quite a bit of cleaning up to do.
You feel a hand on your shoulder as Clay walks up and stands next to you.
Yeah, I just take his hand and hold it. Well, I hope you all have a wonderful night. Thank you again for joining us.
Absolutely right.
You as well. It was a blast, Rat.
You'll be circling back at some point, won't you?
Oh, absolutely. The crowd here was marvelous.
Good.
And
We'll
if you
expect
so-
more free tickets.
Oh, yes.
That means you get free drinks at the bar when you show up.
Come on, Clay. And I just take Clay by the hand, start to walk back, swinging my arm back and forth. So we walk back to our tent.
You guys head inside. The tent flaps, closes. And as the rest of you make your way home, Panic, you drop off Scarlet to a delighted Starlight. And the rest of you guys make your way back. You look up at the twinkling lights of the attic, and the quiet murmurs of the city. Uncertain of where the tomorrow will take you, and the mysterious vision you had a few days prior. But with a bit of joy in your heart, despite the accident of the performance, you all settle down for a long night's rest. And that is where we're going to end the session for tonight.
This was so fun!
Bye, Austin.
Bye, Austin.
Bye,
Austin.
Bye, Austin.
That was great.
Boy.
That was fun.
That was
That was perfect.
Yeah, dude. Pleasant as heck.
I love how you're just like, I don't have anything planned. I'm like, don't worry, I do.
No, don't worry about it. We got 2 T-Rexes.
I mean, apparently that hour before the show between mine and yours was enough time for me to write something. I was like, shit, like you know that
That was really
feeling.
good. I was
Yeah, dude.
What number episode is this?
172.
Ooh.
So, Joe Cat, write down 172 and then, your name.
We are
172.
rapidly approaching
The
200.
200 mark. Yeah.
Yeah, the hour I had, you know that feeling that you get when it's like 3 a.m. and you're like, I have to write everything down right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was very, very lucky that I got that feeling like right before the session. I was like, oh, I know what to do.
Thank you so much for rejoining us. I really wanted to
for
have Rat
inviting me.
back.
This was so much fun.
Hell yeah, dude.
Sorry you died in one turn.
Oh no, I think that's fitting. I
Sorry
think that
you
was
died,
extremely
lol.
fitting.
Sorry you died.
You know what? I mean, I chose to make con my dump stat, and I'm paying for it. So you know that's on me.
It's okay.
But I got
It's on me.
better.
Oh, you
Did you die? Sadly, yes, but I lived.
I was being dead in pretend.
Also, interesting that you chose Bigby's hand for your magical secrets.
Oh yeah, I reflavored a lot of his spells to be very performance enhancing.
Yeah. I was worried that would make the combat maybe a little, but it was only one, so
No,
I'm like,
it's
I
great.
think it's okay. I think it works, and it'd be better for you to have all these fancy spells anyway. I'm sorry your image never worked out for you. That was
Yeah,
really
that's-
sad.
Hey,
That's been my lifesaver.
I'm
can
always
I get,
down
like,
to
a-
be the butt monkey.
Yo, can I get like a silver lining though? This is the first time in fucking any time that slow actually worked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, that's great.
Unfortunately, a lot of the creatures you used it against are literally like the boss monsters.
Yeah, they're like
who-
bosses, demons, and shit. But I'm like, that's like the best time to use it. But whatever, it's fine.
I was
When it
rolling
does
pretty
hit.
high though. Like, I'm glad I never nat 20'd any of you guys. 'Cause, like, I was rolling 20s. I was like, oh fuck, I'm glad these are on like saving throws and not on the attack to hit. Because like that's like the I think the bite attack is like 4d12, and that would be doubled to 8d12.
It's big ouchies McBouchies.
It's
Also,
big ouchies. So.
Side note, now that I've seen them, I can polymorph into a T-Rex now.
Oh yeah. I was thinking about if combat went for a little bit longer, I was probably gonna polymorph one of you guys into a T-Rex.
Oh, that'd have been fun.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
that
like,
would
all right,
pass
they're
more
not listening to
illusions
us. Maybe they'll listen to another one.
Give Task more illusions of grandeur, why don't you? Fuck's sake.
You become Mario Odyssey T-Rex.
I have to laugh as we were playing, and I'm like, T-Rex has burst out. Immediately, I got a message on Discord from Therapod going, Monty, I love you. And I'm just like, oh man. But yeah, there we go. And thank you so much, Joe Cat, for coming and joining us for this session.
Yeah, dude.
Where can they find you, and what are you up to?
Yes, so you can find me on YouTube /JoeCat or whatever, or just look up JoeCat on YouTube, at Twitter @JoeCat105, and twitch.tv/JoeCat. Currently, my only focused production is currently running my first ever streamed D&D game.
Yeah.
And imagining /iteration /re-release, whatever, of the first campaign, like full campaign I ever ran. This is like its final version. Belkinus Necro Hunt, and I am very happy, and it's going so well, and I'm enjoying myself, and the players are enjoying themselves, and it's going so good. And
Awesome.
may I give them the trivia about you guys with it?
Yeah, oh absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Connor and Monty had the privilege to play that early, to essentially test play it, beta test it for me.
Pigs,
yeah, like last year, and so
that was a whole lot of fun. Hey, Mr. Rabbit was there too. Hey, Mr. Rabbit as well.
Yeah, Rabbit was. Yeah, and it was a private game, and it was loads of fun. So if anyone's interested in a medium length campaign, that's what I'm doing, and I hope it's going to be a good time. I'm enjoying it so far.
Yeah, I've been trying to keep up, just seeing how they go through all the stuff that we did.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's exciting.
All right, Bosco, where can they find you? What are you up to?
They can find me over at Aeon Protect Gaming on Twitch, and also at Mark Allen Jr. on Twitter. Shut up, Mark. You can also check out my cat,
the Hero Garage,
at Chonk for Life. Bunny is an adorable cat that you should all check out. She has the best Instagram. It's just facts. And hopefully I'll get back to streaming when I get out of LA. I'm glaring at Bosco really hard right now. This is awkward. All right. I'm going to stop.
Excellent. Gaijin Goomba, where can they find you?
Find me at twitch.tv/Gaijin Goomba. No H. Connor jokes. Only two big things that I want to announce. I announced earlier. One, over at my YouTube channel, Gaijin Goomba Media, I will have a brand new video talking about the crazy-ass, esoteric, actual ninja origins of the ninja job class from Final Fantasy XIV.
Yes.
If you are even a minor fan of that game, please check this out. Shit's getting wild. I'm finding things in this game that I've not found in any other game, as far as inspirations go. But the big thing that I've been working on, and I premiered it last Tuesday, it still has some kinks to work out, but I'm working on it. Taiko Tuesday. The actual Taiko Tuesday that I've been wanting to make for over a year now has come to fruition. I want to say again, thank you, Probate, for basically funding that.
Hell yeah.
I was able to finally get a Taiko 1, which is a Katsuki Taiko, which is one of those two-headed ones you wear around your shoulder. And yeah, so imagine kind of what 8-Bit Drummer does, except I'm trying to do that with taiko drums. Because I love what he does, and he's kind of inspired me to do this. So we'll see how it goes. Including flutes and weird things called chapa, which are like cymbals, but not quite. I've got a lot of instruments to roll around with. So yeah, come check that out every Tuesday, 7 p.m. U.S. Central Time.
Wonderful. I actually did a little bit of taiko in my day, a long time ago.
Really?
Very briefly, I will say. I am.
Hey, and he's better
very
than none.
briefly. Takahata 101, where can they find you?
I'm going to find my twitch.tv/Takahata101, where I'll be doing two streams tomorrow, and yeah, looking forward to it. We're going to have a bunch of people on. And aside from that, nothing much else.
Excellent.
Mm-hmm.
Zito, where can they find you? What are you up to?
Over at twitch.tv/Zito, where we did art streams in fucking ungodly hours of the night, but hey, it was still fun, and I get to play indie games too. That's not important though. What is important is that the book that I've been working on for the past 6 months, the first volume is actually almost out. Aloysius' Guide to Social Acceptance is in the like 50% into the editing. Once I get the final pass, it'll be out. So I'm hoping maybe by the end of this week at best, where you could have possibly, well, if you get both volumes, you could have up to 80 player options for your D&D experience. For Volume 1, you could have things from the material plane or places from the inner circle. Things like gnolls, which you would think would be playable, which you would fucking think. Gripply, Hengyokai, Illithids, Magmen, Medusas, Merfolk, Ogres, shit like that. You'll find that and more in Aloysius' Guide to Social Acceptance Volume 1, coming very soon.
I like that name.
Thank you.
That's my boy!
Oh yes, and there's also a Nox nod on the cover art.
Yeah, I saw that.
Butter.
101 uses for butter.
Number 25 will surprise you.
Monty, where can they find you?
You can find me at MontyGlue on Twitter, and you can find me at twitch.tv/MontyGlue. There may not be a stream tomorrow. I have a meeting, and I don't know how long it's going to be. So there is a high chance that I may cancel my stream. So I'll keep you guys posted on my Twitter and on my Discord. But Sunday, we have Metopia, which is great. My party consists of myself, Nemesis, my own Twitch chat, and Cooking Mama. So, adventure has been happening. Also, we learned that Nemesis is a horse girl because he, the horse and him constantly want to be together all the fucking time. It's really weird. And then I had a scene where he went to the library and he wanted to know more about horses. And I'm like, oh my God, Nemesis is turning into a horse girl. This is canon now. So definitely come check that out. And our big villain of the entire game is the Dark Lord Bosco, who is stealing people's faces. The first village, he stole the people's faces and he stole 2 hamburgers because that's what Bosco would do.
Oh no.
So definitely come and check that out. It's a lot of fun.
I need to add you so I can grab your Mies.
Don't. They're mine.
Well, I'll grab them. I'll grab them from her, and then I can give them to you.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
Hey, maybe I want Nemesis in my game.
Wonderful. And of course, you can find me on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube.com/DistortionDevil. I stream Tuesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Tuesdays, we're playing Tabletop Simulator. We played some Age of Sigmar Path to Glory. We completed our first full round of our Path to Glory campaign. All of us have a victory. We are dead even in terms of points and stuff. So the next round coming up should be pretty entertaining. We also trade off every other week playing just random board games. We played Digimon, the trading card game, and I'm thinking if people are open to the idea, maybe we might play some Betrayal at Baldur's Gate this next Tuesday.
I got a copy of that. I haven't cracked it open yet.
Oh, is that like Betrayal on a House on a Hill? But
it's D&D.
It is exactly like that.
Oh boy, that sounds really fun.
Yeah. So Friday is Friday Funhouse, where I basically just play whatever with whoever decides to show up. Saturday is Yakuza, before either Prince Division or Gateway, respectively. Yakuza 4 specifically. Just beat Akiyama's portion of the game. That's been a lot of fun. And now we're in control of Taiga Saijima. And Sunday, I am playing through Resident Evil 8, so people can talk about spoilers in front of me. After that, I'll probably switch back to Biomutant. And then after that, I might be playing some... I completely forgot the name of the game. It'll be a secret in that case.
It's a mystery to everyone.
Even me. Yeah, that's all happening. Check out Dead House Sonata, fun video game, coming out 2022. I'm helping to promote it. It's going to be a lot of fun. And also check out my DM's Guild, where I make 5th edition homebrew subclasses. Just released the Augmentation Artificer, where you can play as Adam Jensen / Mega Man. It's crazy. And awesome. Look out for the Circle of the Sentinel Druid coming out sometime this month, I guess, since it is now July for me. You can use your wild shape to create weapons and armor. and you get
my God.
extra attack.
I just realized I aged this month. Fuck.
Uh-oh.
Don't worry,
happy
mine's
birth
coming
month.
soon.
Well, you know what ages like fine wine? Die Hard dice.
Because it doesn't technically age.
What is Die Hard Dice?
Die Hard Dice, as a company that's been with us for a good long while now, we very much appreciate.
They can't get rid of us.
They can't get rid of us. We're like a growth. Die Hard Dice is all sorts of polymer and metal dice, as well as dice and dice accessories, dice towers, dice trays, carrying cases, dice scrolls to roll your Die Hard dice on. Keep both your dice and your rolling surfaces safe for years to come. And if you use the code The Unexpectables at checkout, you can get 10% off your order at dieharddice.com.
Do you want to roll natural 20s on your T-Rex battle? Get some Die Hard dice. Do you want to roll a natural one when the Kobold Ranger knocks the Silver Dragon into her Copper Dragon Crush? You get Die Hard dice.
Those are the only 2 numbers you will get.
Exactly. Well,
Shot him right through the heart, and you can too with these amazing deals.
Die Hard
I
Dice does not
expect my
predict that
check
these
in the
numbers will
mail.
actually happen.
All right. And aside from all of that, we've got some wonderful people to thank in our community.
Hey, Connor.
Yeah.
I did have one thing I wanted to actually plug. Can I do that real quick?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. So on the actual place where you can find me, Edward Bosco, twitch.tv/Edward Bosco, this coming weekend, 4th of July weekend, we are doing a big like WrestleMania style main event thing that we have been killing ourselves for the last couple of weeks. So if you've heard me talk about Flashbang or Warzone, we've been running those shows. Shout out to Zako and Arkov who have been helping me put this all together. It's going to be like 4 to 5 hours over the course of 2 different days. It's going to be jam-packed with a lot of action. We've had characters from like Resident Evil and Tekken and stuff show up. So who knows who's going to show up at this super show. So if you guys are interested in basically D&D wrestling, come check it out. Not to steal RIW's thing, but...
I can't believe Dante's me costume is going to show up.
It's right.
No, I'm not bitter.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Hey, me
You got
Dante
ba-
can fight Minecraft Steve.
Dude, you got Bayonetta. That's pretty close.
That's true.
Listen, guys, they'll keep adding characters to the game, and no one will ever be satisfied.
Isn't the next character the last one?
Yeah,
That's what
I
they're
hope
saying.
it's a complete
For now,
I-
maybe.
I hope
if it's not
stupid.
Waluigi, they've messed up.
No, I hope it's something stupid like Captain Toad or some such nonsense.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
It'd be great. Also, Joe.
Yes.
I'm so glad I finally got to role play with you because I loved
Oh,
you.
yeah, it was
I
loads
loved
of
you in
fun,
Pride of
man.
the Night Wolf with Monty, and I've been like, God, I love his character so much. So I know it's only 1 episode, but I'm really glad that you showed up.
Me too. I liked it. I liked our little.
I really
interactions.
like Rat a lot.
Joe Cat approached
Aw.
me. He's like, "Is there any way I can come back?" And I'm like, and I put on my hat and I'm like, give me a bit. I got some work to do. I can do it.
Yeah.
So
You have a lot
was
of
fun. Honestly,
even as a
and
DM,
honestly-
like you have a lot of diversity in your characters, and I really, really like it.
also, the players I think really deserve it too. After the arc and all that stuff, I think that this was a very, very nice episode.
I'm glad I got to be a part of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't wait for the final Smash character to be Wrinkly Kong's ghost. And fuck you! I'm retiring now. Suck my.
Yeah, he deserves it though. He should. If that man retires just to make Kirby games for the rest of his life, I think that's well deserved.
Oh no, he wants
I would
out
be
of
happy with
Kirby. He
that.
wants to. He's been trying to do this for fucking
Dude,
years.
he wants-
he
he
wanted to go
want-
Ronin
he's-
style.
Okay, he's already got a boat and he's planning to sail off to never see people ever again. And we can't fault him for that.
You know what? I can't.
No.
Yeah, can't blame him.
Him and Harada just
Has the
off
old
of the
Smash
distance.
I
fans
know.
for
I know
15
it's not going to
like-
happen. I know it's not going to happen. I just want Master Chief.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
I
so
know
You're
it's
getting a
not going to
helmet,
happen.
and you're getting a helmet, and that's it.
I'll
So-
Fine.
Think of Kirby with Master Chief helmet. Come on.
Well,
come
before
on.
this turns into a video game podcast, let's maybe we should thank our lovely
Yeah, thank you
subscribers
to
and
Die Hard. Oh, you
donators.
meant fans.
One
Got
last gag, please. Chief, you want to tell me what you're doing? Poyo.
Oh yeah, killing Mr. Marshmallow. Last character
Lost the lead.
It's going to be called Hellfucker, and it's just going to be an amalgamation of every
All
single.
right. Thanking time.
And now we're Gears of War.
Yeah, I can't blame Sakurai for leaving, but I can blame these wonderful people who've supported us over the years.
Don't blame
Aeon
them.
Yeah, that was a segue.
Aeon
That wasn't
Protect
awkward at
Gaming.
all. Let's go.
Shut the fuck. Ah! Aeon Protect Gaming, thank you for the 10 gifted subs to the community.
Boo!
Kane Time, thank you for the 5 gifted subs to the community. Mr. Insecure, thank you as well for the 5 gifted subs to the community. Super Choco Devil, thank you for the 1,500 bits. GG, Mark. They were dueling gifting subs a while back. I'm not sure how much they gifted total tonight, but it was a ridiculous amount. I just saw them going back and forth a couple times. Cosmosis45, thank you for the 100 bits. Dino Hype, Bangalangs00, thank you for the 5 bits. Title, Not My Monkeys, Not My Circus.
Actually, there was a really great one for a title suggestion: The Pantaloon Destroyer.
Wow.
Oh, you don't want to go with the full title?
No, I need to film the YouTube.
Yeah,
title,
I think
so.
it maybe it goes past the 100 character limit.
I think that's a good one, but there might be another good suggestion.
There was
in
a
the
radical
list, so.
performance.
Oh, a radical.
That's
Yep.
pretty cute.
Messenger of Chaos, thank you for the 5,000 bits. No message, just bits. King of Morons, that's me. Thank you for the 15 months. Pupuzo Monkey, thank you for the 100 bits. Log to the T-Rex's kidneys. Would you like to hear about Oriara?
He would.
Magic Ninja Go, thank you for the 100 bits. For a sec, I thought Connor pressed one of his fart buttons. No, I'd have to have voice mod active to press one of my fart buttons and for it to mean anything to anyone except for me.
You can't do that. You're gonna scare Monty again.
Hold on.
No,
It's true.
He's gonna enrage me because you're not allowed to use voice mod in the
It's true. It
Unexpectables.
might scare her, so you're not allowed to use it.
But I can use it on Gateway and no one can stop me.
Actually, I think she can actually.
She should whenever I fart during the show these days. Evan Sky.
Anyway.
The Percocizer, thank you for the 100 bits. Episode title, Are You Not Entertained? Mad Tom K, thank you for the 100 bits. Episode title, An Excellent Performance. Excellent.
An egg salad performance. Nice.
Yep. Cyborg Raptor, thank you for the 64 bits. Scaring the kids. Man, that clown's affect Staples.
Vintage
I
panic.
hope this has been pun acceptable. I'm not sure what you just...
Stop
Anyway.
clowning around.
Sir Bakes a lot. Thank you for the 2 months of Prime subbage. Here's to Joe's return. Party on, Unexpectables. Magic Ninja Go, thank you for the 100 bits. Did anyone else hear Mom T-Rex? As in like Monty? Or like, but it's Mom T?
Oh. That's like don't pull a muscle. Don't pull a muscle with all that stretch.
River Rat. Thank you for the 200 bits. You're doing good, and I'm proud of you.
My aquatic cousin.
Ah, yes.
White Fang 9018. Thank you for the 14 months of Prime subbage. Great show. Fantastic Callum, thank you for the 100 bits. Episode title, Death Defying Reunion. Zenlita, thank you for the 300 bits. You thought you could escape my shitty puns? That's cute. The urge to sing The Lion Sleeps Tonight is always just a whim away. A whim away. A whim away. A whim away.
A bumble.
Brogan 77, thank you for the 2 months. Been watching for a while. Love you all. Thanks for the entertainment. Yeah.
It's a great name.
Zan-
I vibe to that name.
Brogan. Zan Win, thank you for the 200 bits. Episode title, Bedlam Big Top. Almost died. Zenlita, thank you for the 100 bits. Episode title, Strike the Set. Weejit47, thank you for the 100 bits. I got the Trevor Project set from Die Hard Dice and used the code Greckles. Thanks, everyone. Hey.
Thanks, Greckles.
They were quite a steal. Absolutely no problem. You don't have to roll sleight of hand. Haha, jokes. I'm done with this bit. Someone else can pick up this yoke. Get me out of here.
Oh, God.
It's a window.
He's degenerating.
Just jumps out of a window, breaks.
You know, no, he flies into a window.
The lolly lule low. No.
Ace Bounty, thank you for the 500 bits. Good game tonight, guys. I think Monty did a better job with the circus than Matt Mercer did with his carnival.
I like Matt Mercer's
Hey,
carnival.
let's
not. Hey,
Let's not compare different shows.
Let us
in
not
different
contrast
styles.
and compare.
I'm glad you enjoyed the circus of both shows. Clearly,
Yes.
I think that was a joke because the carnival in that one, everyone died.
Oh.
Oh, I've never seen it, so that went over my head.
Me neither.
It's like the first episode of the new one.
I've never seen an episode of Critical Role.
I too
Well,
like George R.R. Martin's work.
Spoilers for episode 1 of campaign 2 of Critical Role.
People die when they are killed.
It's true. The Chibi Wolf, thank you for the 400 bits. An odd question for Bosco, despite being extremely difficult or different from. Hang on. I flatlined for a second.
Yeah,
An odd
words are hard.
Bosco, despite being extremely different from them, what Final Fantasy X character do you feel Remy shares the most characteristics with? I can't decide between Auron or Seymour.
I would say Aaron because Seymour rubs in your face what he is and like his power and everything, and that's definitely not Remy style. I see why you would think those two, but I would go Orin if we're picking between those two. He keeps a lot of stuff close to his chest. So you don't find out the big twist until the end.
Seymour's just
Remy's got a lot that you haven't heard about.
Excellent. The Friendly Grim, thank you for the 100 bits. Yes, Bosco, I will check out this man.
Yes, Mark Allen Jr. is a terrific man who you should check out. Thank you.
Brian Merrill, thank you for the 100 bits. Holy fuck. Uh-oh. The Unexpectables, title suggestions, a roaring performance. Magic Ninja Go, thank you for the 100 bits. How do you have a whole Twitch chat in a me?
You make a chat emote. It's just type in a smiley face. Literally put in colon and then close parentheses.
He called that a homunculus.
Smilers.
Lost Me the Robot, thank you for the 100 bits. Use of butter number 186. No,
There are only 101 of them. What the fuck are you talking about? That's too much.
Butter fireworks. That sounds. Lost Me the Robot. Thank you for the 100 bits. Retro Royale Knight, thank you for the 15 months. And Magic Ninja Go, thank you for the 100 bits. Looks longingly at Spyro to be in Smash, knowing that Crash could actually get a Mii costume.
Let's go!
Oh, I would be very sad.
And that's it.
All right.
And we're done.
Wait, you got the one that just went up?
Oh, Da Toasty Ghosty, thank you for the 200 bits. Good show tonight, guys. I was dying with laughter. A good show before my birthday. Hey,
happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
I have a suggestion for raid.
Okay.
Yeah. Live Studio Brian is currently live. I don't know if you've ever rated him before.
No, we haven't.
And he's a good being doing the art.
I could have forward rated him.
You want to know what's
before.
even better? He's my editor for Aloysius.
Oh, there you go.
What's his
Live Studio Brian.
Live Studio Brian.
Live all together?
Yes.
Yep, all together.
Live Studio Brian.
BRIAN.
BRIN, and then so LIVESTUDIOBRIAN.
Yes.
What is our raid message going to be?
You know him better than we do.
Destroyer.
Pantaloon Destroyer.
Pantaloon Destroyer is good.
Pantaloon Destroyer.
Have a good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Have a bye.